of our own actions.
Not gonna lie, I can say one previous party member did require therapy after D&D.
I require therapy, but that's unrelated to my D&D experience. That was a before thing.
The therapist couldn't find out what was wrong with me. They gave up.
What was that, Cheston? What's up?
You know that character I was talking about that I wanted to play in your world, the recent one? I think I'm going to play that, but as a therapist in your world.
The Pebble?
No. I have a character lined up for a charisma build. I think I'm just going to be a therapist.
Alright, Boblin the Goblin, why do you
I would
want
love
to
to
eliminate all the
see
more
Sigrun with
man?
this therapist character.
Oh, I was going to play a Leonin therapist, too. Let's be this big lion.
Big lion, big boar.
Just like, so how does that make
Therapy
you feel?
session.
Deep voice.
Honestly,
How
not very good.
I can imagine going up to like the big bad and be like, okay, listen, I understand you want to kill all the races of man.
I need you to sit down
But
right here.
why?
Like, magic one of those therapist chairs.
Why don't you take a seat? We'll talk about it.
There's like calm emotions
I
cast
pulled
on the
a
chair.
clipboard. I pulled a clipboard and a pen. I was like, all right. So how do you feel? Tell me about
How
it.
does that make you
I
feel?
want you to take a look at these ink splotches, and I want you to tell me what you see.
I see ink.
Sigrun just sees Sigrun over and over again.
But you see, Chasten, you need to follow Freud's version of psychology.
no.
No incest, please.
Now you see, that'd be fun. Oh, okay, so you have an oral fixation.
Wait, Cook, was that a Freudian slip? Thank you.
No.
My short amount of time in psychology classes have gained me some valuable knowledge to make jokes.
I'm gonna be like, so.
No, wait a minute, Chasten. Wait. No, Cook, that is not a therapy class. That is incest porn. Don't even try and cover that.
I was trying to move on. I don't want to talk about it.
No, we had to stop for a moment.
Oh, do you have an anal fixation?
No, okay, I'm streaming, motherfucker.
I didn't know that.
We've already
No,
started.
it's
It's been 2 minutes past the hour, you moron.
I wasn't looking at the clock.
But you were looking at the clock for when Maya gave you shit. What the fuck?
Yes.
Are you saying you value Maya's opinion more than mine?
No,
I think it's
I was just.
I
I
feel
think
like
it's the
that's
other
what
way
you're saying.
around.
I feel
Listen.
like now Hawkins gonna die.
I was thinking about Freud. Give me a break.
No, Dibs on his Hellfire crossbow.
Careful, you don't want to shoot yourself and die.
That'll be fine. I have the dex to use it.
Okay. Now, with the fact that we've covered that Cook's got a thing for incest porn, moving forward, make sure to go check his channel out, please. He's on Twitch as Cookus Maximus type. For those who rewatch the stream VODs, there is his channel, though he's not using it. Dibs on Hawkins coin purse.
There's no cash in it.
I was gonna say, what coin purse? He's broke.
I have no money.
Okay, he's like a true cleric back in the day. He's literally got, nothing but living on a prayer. Alright. So, as I was saying, last time we left off, the party had managed to have a nice little adventure down to the bottom floor of the Crimson City. Assuming it was empty, or at the very worst, having a boss monster, as they expected at the very end of it, the party managed to fight their way through one of the only true combat encounter for them, a strange-looking beholder and 2 champions. Upon, unfortunately for the poor beholder, the party managed to outright crit confirm, kill, and pop it through its eye, as Terra managed to get their first confirmed kill. The party managed to get a few items here and there that got made while I was on vacation. They've divvied them up amongst themselves, and you'll hear about that as campaign goes on. They continued on, though, down further into the dungeon itself, into the castle, where the party would, for the most part, each take an item from the massive, endless vaults that they had found. With Hawken taking a cannon, I believe Sigrun didn't take anything, and I think Terra took everything else.
Hello.
So...
Did we all get bags of holding?
Yes, you did each get a bag of holding. Yes, which was the best part about the whole adventure. Now that Temidar no longer
Cameron got the best item because I passed it from me to him.
Oh, what'd you give him? Oh, yes. Now, Terra did unfortunately lose a hand during the entire situation, and not wanting to use the magic hand for anything else, they decided to ask for a magic hand with a few rules, which I complied and made them an item for, which we'll be taking account of here momentarily. But after the party had managed to go through the vault, Hawken had snuck off and managed to, at point blank, in the back of the head, execute the son of the king of the fire giants, without any alarms being raised initially. Unfortunately, as he turned to look around, the slimes were gone, and he made a run for it as the guards were showing up, grabbing Lucius himself alongside and basically running for it through a secret entrance. As Hawken and Lucius began running up the very narrow staircase with the dirt walls where it's going on everywhere else, Lucius ends up spotting a small necklace kind of protruding from the wall in the form of a cow's skull with strange thorny-like horns. As he grabs it and tosses it into his bag of holding, he continues to follow up after Hawken. And as you two make it to the top, Hawken, coming to the exit, Lucius mentions that he will be back in a day or two, as he has some business now in the city of Adara, while you await for the rest of the party, or await to kill them, as he wants no part in it. And he heads off on his own as you make it to the surface once more. To the rest of the party, Terra, Temidar, and Sigrin, after Terra convinced the fire giant to let them go, Terra and the rest of the group made their way back to the surface as well, going through the same side exit that was found that Hawken had used. It takes about an hour of you guys walking through this very narrow Sigrin. You aren't able to grow at this point. You did have to kind of cancel the spell. But this very narrow and very tall stairway. And about an hour goes by of you guys walking up it. Terra, as you kind of have you're kind of, I assume, leading the group out, or are you going to be in the back?
Oh, I'll be in the back.
Okay, so Sigrun taking forward, or is Temidar?
Yeah, I'll take lead.
Best if Sigrun's in the front, because Temidar will be in the middle looking angrier than he's ever been in his life.
Fair. Yeah, so, and the champion continues to follow you, Terra, regardless.
Yep.
As you... Okay. Okay, yeah, so that works. Okay. So as you lot begin heading up, one moment.
Something's happening, I don't like it.
Okay. So as you lot continue heading up, finally coming to the entrance, you see as Hawken is kind of set up camp, waiting for you lot to make it to the surface. Not knowing if you lot were following right behind him, as he didn't get a chance to look back, as he just ran for it, having only grabbed Lucius as he was the closest to the door. You guys come out of this little wooden, shabby exit door that looks to be held together by a couple rusty nails. And as soon as you step out and the door closes behind you, it disappears. And you all come back to a midday. Hawken, it has been about an hour since you've gotten through. So 2 hours in total since you cast the initial spell.
Understandable.
You come back to the entrance of the cave, where you can see the dent. You can see the small skeletons that you guys didn't destroy. And yeah.
Is there a tree nearby?
There are no trees in this area. Why, are you planning to hang yourself?
No, I was gonna punch it.
Okay.
Instead of, beating the
It's
shit out of
midday, I'm
Hawk.
just gonna start walking to the city.
I was gonna say, to confirm, Tara, are you giving Temidar your hand you mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay. At what point
Because
are you planning to do that?
after finding out how the thing on it works, it would be more useful on the guy who can go naked without anyone questioning it.
Yeah. Temidar, to note, for those who don't know, is only wearing normal clothing, similar to a commoner or maybe a lower-end merchant.
He's also backseat, so they can go naked.
Yeah, yes, that is true. He can go naked, just like
Temidar will
Sigrun.
stop Terra
Okay.
and look at Sigrun and be like, "Get the ship out. We're gonna head up."
I say Hawkins with you, like standing there with you guys. Staring.
Oh, Temidor is either if he's avoiding looking at Hawken right now because I'm trying to be constrained with what he's gonna do.
Okay. All right, Sigrun, do you get out the ship, or are you guys just gonna hoof it?
I mean, getting out the ship to head to where? Are we heading back to the city, or are
Raphael,
we leaving the
Temidor
man
pulls
of
out a small map from his pack of the human lands, points out where it is. We're heading here. My shop's here, and that way we can get a little bit of...
Are we, letting... And she makes a gesture to Hawkins as she looks at Terra and Temidor. That one on too, or,
I'll leave that choice to you, because I do not feel like if I look at him, I'll have the control not to strangle him or breathe acid onto him.
I couldn't care less. I just want a new hand.
That's why we're heading here.
Sigrun's gonna turn to Hawken and just kind of look down at him. You are behave, yes, on ship?
I don't have a reason not to.
Okay. Just casually, it will get out the ship and say the command word as hard as a gall.
The ship grows to its full size, and immediately is ready to be used. It pops, it kind of expands out of your hand, and then a little like plank kind of comes down, drops onto the ground to let you guys walk up onto it.
I will go check on Frida, make sure she's okay.
Oh,
Temidor will help Terra on the ship just in case flying portions are needed.
okay.
I guess I'll just head to my room.
Okay. All right. And Terra?
Yeah, I'm just going to my room.
Okay. So as you lot get on, we'll start on with Sigrun. Sigrun, as you enter on first, you see as Cuddles the bear kind of stands up, stretches their out, and then goes back to sunbathing. And goes back to snoring quite loudly as you walk onto the ship. As you head further down into the ship, heading towards where the magical rooms are set up, opening the door, or finding the door open, you see as Frida's just kind of laying there, just kind of, snoozing.
She's clearly alive, though, like,
Yeah.
still breathing.
Yeah, she looks fine.
Okay.
Yep, she just...
Sigrun will just, like, poke a head in, spot that Frida's still breathing stuff, look at Cuddles, give a thumbs up, and just, head out.
Okay. All
We'll
right.
go to the dock and tell the ship head at medium speed to Raphael.
It starts scooting across the ground at a comfortable pace.
On the ground.
Yes. You didn't
We
tell
should
it to
probably
grow or go up.
In air, please.
It
Sorry,
suddenly
ship, my
lunges
bad.
up 10 feet and then starts going again, causing the entire party to kind of move about.
That works.
They
Alright.
want to get
10
us
feet in the
like
air.
another 20 feet up just in case anything decides to
No,
try and
no,
hit
we
us.
are we're the sand vehicles from Star Wars. Don't
There
worry
you go.
about it.
Little rocks kind
You
of
said
kick
you
off in
want
the
more
distance.
up? You said you want more up, Temidor?
Your choice, whatever.
Okay, ship
400
more
feet.
up.
Style.
Immediately at almost breakneck speeds, causing all of you to drop to the ground as it goes zooming up almost 100 feet into the air, and then just suddenly stops as you guys lift off a little bit and then feel yourselves being pulled back down, slamming into the ship.
Thank you, ship. She just will tap on the fucking some part of the ship, just good job.
Planks.
Yeah.
All right, it
Good
continues
ship.
on its medium pace. It'll take you about a day to get there from where you're at currently. Okay, so going to next up is Hawkins. So you're going into your room. Is there anything you were looking to do inside your room?
I want to study my new cannon.
Okay. Are you looking to eventually attune to it, or are you just looking to learn about it?
Yes, and also I know, of course, on the thing it says it can be repaired. So does that mean it can become better, or I still can't use it as a weapon for now?
You can use it as a weapon. It
Okay.
just says it can be repaired.
Gotcha. So yeah, I will attune to it.
Okay. So yeah, as you spend your hour kind of attuning to the cannon, put a pin in that. We'll be back in a moment to you. Give me a second. I'm just checking something as well, just to make sure that's correct for what I'm looking at. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we'll come back to you in a moment. Alright, and then Temidar and Terra, you're heading down into Terra's room or Temidar's room?
We'll go into mine first, because...
Okay. So as you guys start heading down towards the bedrooms, you see as the door closes, as Sigrun kind of walks off. You see Hawken kind of walk into his room and shut the door. As you walk up, Temidar, the door opens to the large alchemy lab that's pre-set up for you, and the little bedroom that's set to the side and all that. As you guys walk in, you see that almost immediately as soon as you walk in, everything starts bubbling again, fires relight, and everything seems to activate once more. What would you like to do?
I really should get something like this set up for my shop, but that's a separate issue. The fuck does this hand do?
As far as I can tell, blocks you from true sight, maybe the likes of divination, but only if your clothes are off, because it only blocks your body.
While mildly hilarious, and I will still hold on to it now, I may equip it, see if I can get it to meld to my tail. An extra hand for alchemy never hurts.
Up to you.
Temidar's gonna pull out the valve. Can you take a look at this and tell me what it does?
I can give it a shot.
Something worth keeping. I'd like to hold on to it for myself.
I'll cast Identify. I mean, I have it.
On the Silver's Vial?
Yep.
Yeah, so you learn that basically this vial allows you to pour the attune to pour into any potion into it, and it basically continuously refills when empty. So, in a sense, you can pour let's say a supreme healing potion into it, and you can just continue to make more healing potions by pouring the fluid into other vials that aren't the Silver's Vial. Or you can just carry the Silver's Vial around it with you and use it as a supreme health potion. This works for any kind of potion, regardless.
Well, I know what we're doing.
Okay, what potion am I working on then? Because I'm guessing Temidar gets told all this information.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, yeah.
I mean, a healing potion's the best place to start now.
So
Fair enough.
That would mean you'd need Rosmium, which isn't native to the Isle of Man. It's only native to the Holy Dwarven Empire, as the territories are known as. Well, formerly Holy Dwarven Empire, now the territory of the Empire of Zarius.
It means I might have to work out some smugglers, but not impossible with the coin we have.
To be fair, we only need one. We can always buy one in town.
That's true. I'll spend the time attuning to it and then look through if there's any books in the room for any interesting potion recipes, I guess.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Yeesh. 5. These dice hate me.
Yeah, you find a lot of books, but most of them are stuff you've already read that don't have anything of interest to you.
Can I roll for any interesting books? I don't really care about potions, but...
Sure, give me an investigation
Watch
check.
you actually find a potion book.
That's an 18.
So as you're looking through, you find a very unique book on the shelf that catches your attention. A book that's it even is listed as first edition. It reads the History of the Worlds by the Champions of Pyrrhus. First edition, rough draft.
You'll read it. Why not?
Alright, you have advantage. You will gain advantage on all history checks going forward. So there you go. Alright, and then Temidar, just to confirm, you're not attuning to the hand yet, correct?
Not yet.
Okay, we'll make sure. Okay, so
I'm keeping it in person, but we set aside, because I want to have someone try and cast Legend Lore on it, possibly.
I mean,
I
was going to say, Terra already identified it. That was part of the whole thing.
Yes, but Legend Lore can tell if there's any curses and go more in depth with what it can do.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Alright, then, yeah, no problem. We'll come back to you a lot in a moment, then. Hawken, after about an hour passes of you attuning to this very large cannon, Looking it over, looking at many of the cracks on the device, you can definitely tell this thing's seen far, far better days. And as you're looking it over, you get the idea that you could probably have it forged or fixed by someone who does know how to work magic items. Which there are specific smiths in the world that are specifically good at repairing magic items. It's a very rare skill to have, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go through some stuff. Let me grab something real quick though. But yes, so after about an hour, let me find it. You kind of start to relax as the can now feels more comfortable. You start to feel like you can very easily use it in battle as it shrinks down to a smaller size, almost as if it's something to put in a small pocket, almost to a handheld size of a 9mm long barrel now. The cracks still show very predominantly, and you see a man. Give me a minute to find the name of this gentleman, because it's been a little while.
His name's Steve.
Thank God it is not.
I become allies with Steve. The world is going to end.
You know,
Steve needs no allies in the world.
He exists, and that's what matters.
Also, team, you'll have to give me the advantage on history thing later, because I can't give myself a permanent advantage.
Oh, you
PM
can't
it
do
to me.
it. No.
Okay.
Okay. So, yes, as you're kind of looking about, you see or as you kind of start looking at it and examining it, the trunk in your hand, suddenly a almost translucent looking spirit kind of appears in front of you of a Nordic man with long brown hair, darkened eyes, but skin kind of pale, and you can see a little hint of blue highlighting in his eyes. He's also carrying the cannon on his shoulder at full size of its original design. And he just kind of looks down at you as this 7-foot humanoid just stands over you, very large and muscular, but yet young looking, almost to what you guessed as early teenager, or late teenage to early 20s, just stares at you.
Dwarfed by your own kind.
Are you the first Lord of Windsor?
He just looks at you for a second and goes, "You're telling me my relative shrunk? Holy shit, you're short."
Dwarfed by your ancestors.
I'm definitely not the biggest of my family. That's
No
for sure.
shit, then how many generations are you removed?
How tall is this guy?
Like about
I'm-
7-foot-ish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just a little taller than Temidar.
And why do you have you look like why are you so pale? You need to see some more sun. And those tiny muscles, I mean, I thought, do you not fight anymore? Is our family so wealthy that you don't have to fight?
No, I've seen my
I don't
fair share
care.
of
You are
battles, sir.
too tiny and weak, Jesus, and you think you're worthy of my cannon.
Listen, it was in the hands of the giants, and I guess you might have considered them more
Of
worthy
course
than
it was
I
in
am.
the hands of the giants. Do you know how those female giants can handle a cannon?
Probably very well.
Exactly. And obviously, my genes didn't pass on to you. Whose child do you belong to? I've never seen someone so fucking small.
Man.
Next, you're gonna tell me we don't even serve the kings of the Nothies anymore, and we moved to fight with the dwarves of the north. You're telling me it was Bob, I know it. My third son was always the idiot of the family. He must have inherited after I died.
Yeah, the current head of
Did
the
I ask? I
Windsor
don't
House.
care about your family history. I am your family history. You see the long beard and the very old. He starts to get a lot older, and he still stands at 7 foot tall, and he's still large as all hell. The cannon seems to have gotten even bigger as he holds on his shoulder and goes, "You hold my cannon, and you are not worthy. You know what? No. And he's like, he snaps his finger and disappears, and you hear a little faint voice go, "Until you prove yourself, fuck off." And disappears.
Oh, wow.
God damn!
What a guy!
Shit!
I
You
love
know
this-
what? That was better than anything Temidar could have ever done to his
No, I
fucking
love this
version.
guy already. This is amazing.
Fuck. Oh well.
Yo, I got the dex, and can I shoot into the cannon?
I don't know if it's Dex that he's looking for, man.
I don't know.
You know what?
I'm
Give
pretty sure
it
that guy
give it-
really enjoys strength.
Maybe he'll
give
like
the cannon to
Sigrun.
Temidor Sigrun.
I'm
Well,
not giving.
impressive.
I'm not giving my house cannon
Just
to
let him talk.
Sigrun.
We can give it back. Just let Sigrun try. I want Sigrun to talk to the man.
No.
Be the best
I would
conversation.
definitely
Hello,
be
friend!
worthy if it's a contest of size and muscle mass.
It is a contest the size of muscle mass.
Yeah.
Alright.
God damn. I didn't deserve that.
That's actually, to be honest, it's the nicest interaction you could have hoped for. So, yeah, as you finish listening into this, Sigrun, the ship continues moving on its way. For the rest of the party, is there anything you lot were planning in the meanwhile before you head to Raftel?
I'd make sure I was attuned to the vial.
Okay.
But other than that, I'd possibly just search through all the books until to see if I could find something interesting for me to read, I guess.
Which you already
Right.
which you tried, okay.
Is there? I would probably go to the. Is there a library
There's
on
no
the ship?
library on this ship.
No. Damn.
We have the books in this room.
Yep.
Yeah. No. Until
There's
I
no
get
North
on.
Cloud right now.
Until I get into good graces with the team members again, I can't. I don't feel right asking for
bribed.
this stuff.
I'm very easy to bribe.
Yeah, but I don't have any magic items I want to give up.
I mean, that's one way to bribe me, I guess.
I also have no cash yet in my
I accept
pockets.
favors.
What kind of favors, Cameron? I feel like
The
you're
kind
I'm
not
where he
giving
does
you-
something
you are
for me
not
and I
going to
give-
suck my dick.
Yeah.
I do not allow that.
Wow, I mean, it went that way. No, okay, there you
I
go.
mean, I'm gonna be real. I mean, my favors that I'm not like future promises of magic items, but like, all right.
I was just gonna have you kill a merchant that I've had problems with in the city in the past, but okay, damn.
Wow.
Listen, I'm not normally an assassin. Give me a fucking break.
No, you are now an assassin. This is what Temidor is going to think of you
Welcome
forever.
to my Assassin's Guild. It's good to have you.
I will
You know
say,
what?
off in the distance, you do see a, well, for Sigrun, since you're the only one up on the top of the ship, as the rest of the party's down, kind of going through books and such. Sigrun, for a
Getting chewed up
moment,
by
you see a
ants.
Zeppelin, another Zeppelin come flying by at breakneck speed. You see as a Warforge and what looks to be a gelatinous slime seem to be, like, piloting the thing, and it seems to jerk around, going at top-neck speed.
Monday.
Yeah, you also see a strange, what looks like a bug standing up there, staring out at all of you as it goes zooming past.
Sigrun waves. Sigrun waves.
They do not seem to even notice you, other than the bug person who doesn't seem to wave back, as it doesn't seem to understand. But
Very
they-
rude.
Yeah, they go flying off. But as you look around Sigrun, you can also see below you. You are passing over what looks to be a once ruined city. About half a day has passed at this point that you lot have managed to get through, and you can see this large ruined, what looks to be some sort of stone fort that had been set up at some point alongside a large forest all around that's definitely overgrown. This place has been abandoned for a long time. And you can see off in the distance a even larger city, which you assume would probably be Raphael, as you can hear and smell the scent of people on the wind. Okay, so about another half day goes by, and you lot finally come to the outside of the city of Raphael. As you come up to the city, you see as the giant magic shield suddenly expands out, giving off almost a blue light that surrounds the entirety of the city. What do you want to do, Sigrun and party?
Temidor will come out knowing that we probably be getting close at this point.
Same.
Walk up on
Yep.
top of deck. We should probably bring it in for an easy landing, Sigrun. Rather than not cross any shops or people. This is a town
Yeah,
that
well,
I'd
I
like to come
assume
back
we
to.
will land outside the town and then walk in. I'm not going to land
Well,
in
no.
the middle of town. It's a giant
There
ship.
should be a place for you to land properly.
The ship just hears land, and the ship suddenly just starts dropping out of the sky.
Son of a bitch! Why is it suddenly
Okay,
listening?
you had me say the word. Okay, ship, ease up,
This
ease up,
fun.
ease slow
It
landing.
suddenly just stops midair and then slows.
Thank you, ship.
Aw.
I'm sorry, it is not your fault.
I was having
Cat's
fun.
railing.
Is there a setting that you can just change it to a response to giant?
Can I just say down?
As you do, nothing
Ah,
happens.
I wonder, actually, ship, can you change to react to giant?
The ship kind of goes, it just stops for a second. This descent stops completely. Nothing
Okay,
happens.
Sigrun will in
overloaded
giant
it.
say slow landing.
It slowly starts to drift back and forth down to the ground.
Okay, I changed the setting. You're welcome.
That works out better, because common tongue is easiest for us to talk in, since I think everybody here speaks it. Just
Yes.
not everybody here uses it.
Well, except for the bear, maybe.
I don't know, that bear is weird. It's amazing, but weird.
It snores
I like the
loudly.
bear. I like the bear.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, gonna land slowly.
After about, another 30 minutes, you guys come to the ground finally as the ship gently touches the ground, and then the plank descends as it falls over, or goes over the side of the ship and hits the ground immediately. And it waits for you all to disembark.
Temidor will pop off first,
Okay.
Yeah.
knowing the
Falling
guard may
to
come
car.
to check out the landing ship.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I
Yes.
was gonna say Sigrun will get off last to shrink the ship and pocket it.
Okay. As you lot all climb off, a couple of guards come walking up as Sigrun says the magic word to make the ship shrink.
Do I recognize
I'll
these
say it in
guards? As this is where
giant,
my
by the way.
athletic
Alright. What was that,
career
Timidor?
start? Do I recognize these guards since this is where I lived for the longest period of time?
I mean, to be honest, the life of a guard is not. It has a pretty high turnover. People get stabbed a
fair.
lot. A lot of people don't want the money for the amount of work they have to do.
That's fair. Yeah, Temidor knows.
The two
That's why
men.
usually they're good to bribe.
The two men come walking up from the gate, and one of them looks a little more predominant. Oh, Tara, are you leaving your champion on board the ship, or are you taking them with you?
That is up to him. He can come with if he wants, or he can hang out.
He waits your orders.
Alright, come with.
Okay.
We're getting a new hand, maybe we can get you some gear.
He continues to follow you then. Okay. So as the two humans kind of look up at both of you, or look up at all of you, kind of looking about, they turn to Hawken, assuming he's the leader of the group, as he's the human-looking one, and go, speak common?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Oh,
Yeah, we all do, I think.
Yes.
Because of champion.
the champion just...
Oh, he speaks common.
The champion's got a face guard now over covering his face. You can't see his face anymore. He's fully covered head to toe in armor.
But
And
yes,
stay
we all
silent.
speak. We're just coming home for a visit.
Man, the older of the two looks at you with a little bit of butch brown hair, a little bit of a mustache that he's trying to grow out. You guess him probably late 20s, maybe early 30s. Standing roughly about 5'6" kind of a shorter human, and wearing basic breastplate with the simple insignia of the House of Adara on it. And he looks at you lot and goes, "Alright, well, you said you're visiting or coming back home? What? Something like that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I own Panthers here in town.
Oh.
What did the fucking idiot do with my shop then?
Well, you know what? Have a good visit, sir. I'll let the guard captain know we can lower the shields. Sorry, we've had a lot of threats from the east. There's been...
The dwarves, yeah.
Yeah, that we've been worried they're going to invade again. After the Duragar, they just were a lot of people here.
Trust me, I believe you, sir. That we came from that way initially. They dropped fucking bombs on the entire Drownlands. They're going crazy.
Oh, there's an entire city that just went missing from
And
one
demons. They
report.
dropped
Wait, demons? What?
too.
Demons?
Yeah,
Oh
a
yes.
demon.
And the dwarves, they dropped them from big like barrels, almost like ale casks and stuff.
He pulls out a piece, a little notebook, and starts writing down. And you said your name was Temidor. You're the shop owner of Panthers.
Temidor, yeah.
Okay.
And then that's Sigrun.
We also did see elves
Hello.
with them.
Elves with them. Okay.
Yeah,
Hi,
elves.
If you wouldn't mind, we have our lord is,
You know what? That seems like a good thing for you to go do, Hawken.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, if one of you wouldn't mind, before you leave, can you, let's say, set up a meeting? I'll introduce you to our guard captain, and he can set a meeting with our lord for you to, give a
That'll
full
be
report.
perfect.
Of course,
We
you'll be
first have to go
paid
do
for it.
Yeah, sounds good. I can do that for you.
He nods and says, "Thank
I'll be
you, I
your guy.
appreciate that." And he hands you a little crystal, and he says, "When you're ready, all you gotta do is put some pressure onto it. It'll start glowing green, which means that the guard captain will should be able to come find you pretty easily."
All right, sounds good.
He nods and goes back to his post and says, "Well, enjoy your time in Raphael. Remember, we do not have brothels here. Do actually mean brothels. They are places to find women of the night and men of the night. Please, if you have any orcs with you, to explain that joke to them." As he closes
Not a
the
call
book.
like Monday.
Call back to Monday.
God,
We had a red orc incident. Someone tried to drink soup out of a. You know what? Just have a good day.
that
He
sounds
walks
like something a
off.
Red Orc would do. We'll talk
Actually, I'm
later.
interested in this story. Hold on.
Mother, no, let's go get you a new hand. I think I know
don't
which
think those
magic
guards
item
have an interest in that
person to go
story.
to.
Well, there you go.
Fine.
The guards kind of return back to their posts where they're staying. You actually notice that Raphael has expanded its walls. It now has 3 walls, an middle one, and then now it has an expanded outer one that's under construction, which is where you saw the shield kind of pop out of.
Yeah, good. They're trying to build it up.
Yeah.
I guess the Lord here is going to try and take over as king since the king abandoned them.
Who knows? As you lot kind of start heading off on your own, you lot kind of splitting up amongst your group, I assume, or are you all sticking together?
I'll have them all stick with me. That way I can show them the way to Panthers first.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
way it can
Sigrun
be
doesn't
even
mind.
Okay.
He'll follow.
And Hawken and Tara, you're also
Yeah.
following, just to confirm?
Yep.
Okay. Excuse me. Jesus.
as well as to check on the state of the shop.
It's actually a pile of ash.
Yo, it's real good here, man.
Yeah, so...
Walking up to Panthers, what the fuck is the situation?
Give me a minute just to pull up something real quick. I'm just looking for...
Is it not the pristine place I left it?
No, I'm looking up the name of someone real quick, actually.
I know
So
who
Is
you're
it
looking for,
overgrown
'cause
with
you built this
weed?
character.
it is
Really?
not.
It
What's up?
smells in here.
No, so as you lot head into the city, Temidar, you notice the city has definitely grown and changed something fierce. This city is massive and very much,
Busier than it used to.
wealthier. Yeah, you're seeing a lot more larger houses. People seem to be dressing in more common clothes. You've seen no homeless, in fact. And soldiers seem to be
good.
walking about comfortably, as well as guards, with no
good.
real issue.
Usually I'd have to go coin to a beggar to get something. Now it seems like that time is done, which is good.
Let me just find my character.
Come on then.
Where? Give me one moment to find who I'm looking for.
So I'll also have to find information out and see if some of the high-end dealers that were in business when I started are still in business.
True.
So that'd be where we'd be headed after this.
Do we not have? Okay. I'm trying. I don't have my old fucking notes for this specific person. I can't fucking find their name.
He's a high-on cat. That's all we need to
not
know.
you, not your guy. I'm looking for something else as I'm trying to grab an NPC as well. No. So as you lot head in, the guards kind of stop you every couple of minutes, but overall, you lot don't have really any issues kind of getting through the whole situation.
Any of the guards recognize me?
A few
all?
do, and while they do say hello, most seem to be kind of busy and not really paying attention much to you.
Catch you for ales later, my friends.
Mm-hmm. Give me one.
Kind of deal.
Yeah, give me 1 minute. Where the fuck is the fucking image that I'm looking for?
At one point, if Temidor gets a chance, he'd see if the guard captain had changed from when he was younger and caused problems, mild ones.
1 moment. Let me pull up something real quick. Give me just 2 seconds, guys. Normally I'm prepared for this, but there's a specific I'm looking for.
Well, we can roleplay that Temidor's showing them around. Sigrun's probably never seen a place this packed with people.
All right, give us the tour then. I know you built a thing in
For
the alchemy.
For the shop, yeah, but not for the city.
Give us a tour for the shop.
We haven't
we're not there
arrived
yet, I guess.
We
Okay.
haven't even arrived there yet.
Where's the
otherwise-
bank?
As you lot start heading through the main roads, many of the
Very
roads
easily,
being
but-
cobbled now, a couple of carts going by with people in them. You find many races there, and as you kind of take a couple turns here and there off the main road, you find towards the higher end shopping district. And as you show up, now, Panthers, when you left Hamadar, was a small one-story shop with a little, like, apartment above it for the person that you had employed there to stay in while you were abroad, and it was just generally an easier setup. And most of the buildings around were very similar, along with a small market district in the center where a couple of little, like, pop-up shops would kind of spring every once in a while. Now, setting up here was the idea of you were in the center of the market district. This was an expensive place to set up.
It took a little while to get the money.
Yeah, so as you show up, you see as all these buildings, where yours was a simple, like, a brick-and-mortar shop, just very simple stone design, nothing fancy, very simple sign, just says Panthers on the outside, Panthers Potions on the outside. And as you come into the district, you see as these large buildings, all with unique designs and individual things, have all popped up around it. And then you see your little shop has stayed the same.
That high-end didn't upgrade it. Oh, God. I'm gonna throw up. He didn't keep with the times.
You see...
Oh, God.
You see a couple of Black Talon Guild members walking about, talking to a couple of the shop owners, going through a few things.
is walking straight to his shop.
Okay.
Shamefully.
As you head towards your shop, as you walk in, you meet a kobold named that you know as Silmalis.
Silmalis!
He originally specialized in botany and had an interest in alchemy, but he also studied magic, which was very useful for you.
Yep.
And you see, he's this little red kobold, tiny little hood, and what looks to be like a little leather vest that he wears, and a leather chaps with cotton pants underneath, and little glasses that basically don't fit right. He has two pairs of glasses, one in each eye, because they don't go all the way around his head.
Lunar is going to smile but sigh when he sees him, knowing he's probably high out of his mind.
He just kind of looks up and goes, "Oh shit." And
You're not in trouble, and I'm not angry. As your father probably has told you, I'm just disappointed.
You hired me because my father got eaten by a dragon.
Fair. I apologize then. Been a lot that's happened. Nearly died in a dungeon. Say hello to my friends, though. He points at Sigrun and Terra. Terra here is my mother, her true form anyways, and that's Sigrun.
Hello!
Points at the Nord. That's not quite a friend, but that's Hawken.
Yeah.
Of House Windsor?
Yep.
Welcome. I'm not high.
You don't need to lie to them. My mother can smell it on you from a mile away.
He looks at all and he goes, food?
We'll head to the back and then I'll have to discuss with you about how we're going to end up getting this place caught up with everybody else, but that'll come in time.
Oh yes. And he kind of starts reaching under the counter towards the safe, and you hear him kind of spinning the safe dial for a second. Goes, yes, about that. We got. And he starts digging through, and you hear him kind of moving some paperwork around. So
how many bills do we owe first?
Oh, nothing.
Perfect.
And he pulls out this large sack and he sets it on the counter and goes, We're really well off. This is I hope you don't mind, I expanded us. We've got 7 other shops now.
Perfect. I thought you did absolutely nothing by the state of the building.
Oh, I did absolutely nothing. Someone else came by and offered to help us out.
Alright, well, that's fine. Is the alchemy lab still the same then?
Oh, I blew that up.
Oh.
Son of a...
3 times. Caused the city on fire. Actually, that's why the buildings around us got rebuilt, because I kind of may have lit the city on fire.
Did you get it rebuilt yet?
The alchemy lab or the buildings around us?
I don't care about the buildings around us. I can see that they were rebuilt.
I didn't rebuild them, as he kind of flips through a book.
We know.
I figured, my friend.
Being
Temenor's
kobold,
gonna take everybody into the back and lock the door in the front, flipping the close sign up real quick.
Oh, okay. It was weird.
And then he's gonna look at him and be like, "Come with us too. Come on."
Oh, okay. He looks at Sigrun and Hawken and goes, "Is he always
They
this
won't
bossy?"
eat you.
Why would they eat me?
Looks at Sigrun. Well, she might. I'm not sure.
Why would I eat them?
I mean, she won't eat them.
I don't
in the
have
way
a taste for kobold.
Who eats kobolds
Why?
other than dragons?
Dragonborn.
Apparently Temendar, because it's on his mind.
Jeez.
No,
Sir,
I'm not-
I
a lot of things
promise
are on my mind.
I refix things. Don't eat me again.
I think you need to run away while you can, dude.
Wait, pause again.
If you want to join us, I mean, we have a ship now. We're kind of traveling the world. You could like just do adventures with us.
I don't
You
think
know
this
how to
party needs a
adventure,
pet
right?
kobold.
I think we absolutely do. I'd like to
I
welcome
think we absolutely
We
I-
already
do.
have a pet bear.
He goes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not a pet. Okay.
Well, everybody just in the back into the alchemy lab. We'll talk things out.
I mean,
there.
I just get stoned every day for like a
my
miss.
friend Commander places a hand on his shoulder. Good job, honestly. Thanks.
Well, I would hope so. I mean, if you're gonna eat me, at least you have the decency to compliment me.
I'm joking, my friend. Come on.
I mean, I've got the munchies, but Jesus, man, what have you been smoking? As he kind of follows you
Wrong.
back.
Near-death
He
experiences.
doesn't.
You can't
Do
smoke
you want
that.
Dream Lily? I know Tara
all-
has some.
The
I-
only one who gets high
He
with
throws
me
it
is
in the
boar.
back.
Hey, wait, we talked about this. No, we wouldn't tell the guards that.
Yeah, none of these people are guards. That's the only reason I'm telling them.
Oh no.
Sigrun here will go through like an entire vial and feel nothing.
Listen, your
Almost.
mother last time she
Oh,
came
yeah.
through here, she cleaned me out. No.
Yeah, and you know what? Temidor pulls
How
a
much?
small satchel of gold that's about, say, 2,000
Oh,
There's
so you
your
mean
bonus.
Sigrun's gold?
Go.
out of the bag of holding that he's carrying.
Wow.
Cameron, you know Dreamily goes for 1 gold apiece, right? Like to make.
There's his Christmas bonus.
Damn.
He
So
looks at
how
you and
much
goes,
do you
I
charge?
can
Giving
hear,
away
you know I can
money.
hear you, right? I'm standing right next to you.
Yeah, I know. And you're gonna disagree with the 2,000 gold Christmas bonus?
Wow. Giving
What
away
is
somebody else's
Christmas?
money.
Yeah, what is Christmas? Sigrun's got a point.
What is Christmas?
It's the same thing
Oh,
he
you
keeps
mean
making.
Yule?
He looks up and he goes, it's the same thing he keeps talking about every year. He tells me, oh yeah, sorry, we can't afford to pay you more at this time of year. I don't know, I've learned it's a holiday about stealing from your employees. I haven't got many
Yeah,
other
yeah.
options, though. You know, it's
Yeah, you
really
know, your boss
hard to
seems
find.
like a bad boss.
It's hard to find work as a kobold, you know?
Yeah.
I believe that.
Anyways, I'll make sure that some more gold keeps running to year one. Okay?
Oh, don't worry, I've taken my hedge of the profits.
I figured you would.
Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
Take the extra 2,000.
I don't want your gold. I don't want to be eaten. This is not. This
You won't be eaten. That was a joke.
I don't
That's
know.
funny.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've worked for you long enough. It might not be a joke. I am not
No.
good potion making materials. We know this.
I'm too sober for this.
After
talk.
testing
I
one of your
don't
scales,
anymore.
yes, I know entirely.
You stole a scale. I filled you fingernail. What the fuck?
You fell asleep on the job and they were left on the counter. What did
They-
you expect?
I don't. They don't shed off of me. He looks at you in panic. Did you tear
That's what
scales?
happened.
I wondered why my ass itched.
Temendar, you don't sound like a great boss.
He
no
isn't.
offense.
I
He gets a
have no,
warm bed, warm meals,
I have nowhere
and a
else
free
to
place
go.
to stay.
It's not free. He
Hey,
docks my pay.
He'd get that if he came with us on the boat.
Yeah, but then his life would constantly be in jeopardy.
My life's in jeopardy here. You
It
keep
is
stealing my scales.
Temenor's just gonna smile and laugh this all off. I'm sorry, friend.
You're not.
Oh, this is hilarious.
He looks at Temendar and goes, you know, I worked hard. I blew up the lab so we could get the insurance money, so we could open up more shops.
Did
And
you-
this. Well, wait, oops.
Temenor's gonna be like, I might be a bad boss, but you're just as bad of an employee.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea.
I don't know. That sounds like a good thing.
Yeah,
Get
except the
more money.
investigators they send out use magic to decide what the fuck happened.
They did send a guy that kept complaining about something along the lines of asking me if I had papers for the city, which was a problem.
Oh, I love that guy.
And
That guy's amazing. Did you show him your papers?
Oh,
you have my papers on you.
I
No,
don't
they're in the
like-
safe, you idiot. They were right beside where you were supposed to put the gold.
I have. He looks at
Temidor
you.
goes around to the safe, opens it, and literally pulls him out and sets him on the counter. They were right there.
I need to excuse myself. I have to go dig a hole or a body up. I'll be back.
Listen. I too don't have papers, and it is very annoying to deal.
That
with people
actually
like
was
that.
something we're gonna settle here while we're in town.
He looks in and goes,
That's aside from the problem.
boss, I'm just gonna, as he goes, he's like halfway out the door.
Is he going out to the garden?
No, he's heading out the front door.
Oh God! You didn't even bury it on the premises.
Oh no, I buried it under the guard captain's headquarters.
Why would you
mean,
bury
God.
Barney
Because
here?
there.
Who would look there?
Exactly. Who would look
You
You know
there?
what? Go
You
do
know-
what
That
you need to
makes
do. I'll
sense
discuss.
to
I'm
me.
gonna discuss with these guys. One thing: are any of the high-end magic dealers still in business that happened when I left?
There's a succubus that keeps trying to suck people off.
Still magic
Good
item?
enough.
Sarah.
He looks and he goes, no, not Sarah. And he looks and he goes, and by the way, just so you know, there are 15 bodies buried under that. I'm not the first person that he walks off.
Burn them all.
Burn them all.
That seems a bit too rude to do to the dead.
Smoke in the tunnel. Good idea as he walks off.
God.
I'd say use acid, but he can't do that.
He's my favorite employee.
Yes, I know. You're the only reason I keep him employed.
I heard that! As he yells.
He is well out of earshot.
Shh. He has a plus 10 to perception.
The door is shut.
Hey,
It's a busy
you-
street.
you-
It would be
hey,
too loud for
I don't
him to
believe it
hear.
was. I don't think it
Unless
was
he
that
never
busy.
really left.
And his passive perception, just to note, is a 20.
We should take him
Yeah,
with
man.
us. He could be the lookout on our ship.
Oh, I'm so down to hire him. I need more.
He would literally be so useful
You
in
know
our
what?
travels.
Oh.
You
Like,
discuss if
actually.
you want to hire him. I will figure out if I need to put someone else here. 10 to 1, we've been bought up by the Black Talon Guild anyways.
Yeah, so as you go in the back, you see the shelves are stocked with meat, different meats drying, some bread that have been set out to the side just to kind of cool. The garden in the back looks to be immaculate. The hidden
As it should be.
the hidden door under the garden is definitely clearly still hidden. Yeah, I know, right, Maya? Thank you.
The escape tunnel, good.
And as you go into the kitchen, going into the side door where the alchemy lab was, you come into what is obviously a blackened room that has seen better days. Bottles shattered everywhere, a couple potion vials cracked.
I cross it and pull up a spot that would have a hidden area for potions to age, and check and see if everything's there still.
They're exploded. It looks like
Oh,
they
God.
popped because of heat.
Oh God, no! One of those was something that was. Oh God. He might be dying. He might not be. I don't know.
No.
These things shouldn't have been mixed together. I'll have to get someone in here. Okay, that sets up the list for
You
today. We're going
also
to get-
notice that the back of the alchemy wall is very cleanly. The bricks are very clean compared to all the ones around on the other side, the other two sides of the wall. Very
I checked
obviously.
the latrine.
The latrine?
That would be the bathroom that would be connected to the alchemy lab.
Yeah, there is no. That's gone.
Oh, son of a!
that's burned
Yo.
and that's gone.
This is
amazing.
There's a
He's out.
hole that you can clearly see, and your neighbors can clearly see, and you can see that the neighbors have definitely boarded up the window that was facing the back of your shop.
Okay, I'll have to get a hold of some builders today too. Luckily, I know the ones that helped me originally construct the fucking place, so that won't be too hard.
A little dog comes
Here.
running by.
Dogs fighting in the small alleyway back there. Son of a! Anyways.
Where is it?
Okay, the general plan for today is Hawken, you will deal with the guard captain, tell him what you know of what happened and what we all know.
By the way, quick question: where's the bank?
Temidar goes back into the main bed, goes up to the main bedroom, comes back down with a general map of the city. It's a few years out of date. Stop by a merchant, see if you can find one.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
They might tend to give them away because it might lead to more business.
That isn't. He's not wrong on that. Let me just grab something here real quick, because I'm still looking for something very specific right now.
You're fine. We're gonna roleplay for a minute to give you time.
No, you're good. Okay, so as you lot, begin heading off, to be clear, Hawken, you're going off on your own to look for the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Given a map, Temidar's just gotta rely on the fact that he lived here for a few years, so in this area it didn't seem to generally change street signs too much, so...
Okay. So, Timidar, you're staying in the shop to try and fix and reorganize?
Nope, I'm heading out with Terra and Sigrun.
Okay. Senate Hall.
Unless Sigrun wants to go with Hawken to the bank, because Temidar's going to suggest that go to the bank, see what artifacts you have in there, and see if there's been any changes with your accounts. They will also be able to give you papers, likely.
Do I need papers?
It'll
For
make
some major cities, it'll save you.
do.
It'll save you time and jail time.
Okay, fine. I get. What if I lose them though?
Just put them in your
Papers
bag.
are
We get
easy
new
to
ones.
lose.
You lose
They
them, we
will
get new
probably
ones.
they will redistribute them to you as much as needed, probably given who you're the consort of.
Okay, if you insist, then fine. I'll do this.
You were heading up to the higher end magic area to either see Naza, one of Naza's disciples, or anyone that may be left up there from back when I was started. Okay, Mother? No stealing right now.
Might be hard to do now.
Swear to God, some of these fuckers have set up small beholders to watch their shops.
Oh, man.
Oh, but it is fine. The holder's not that hard to kill, yeah?
These ones
I
don't
concur.
attack. These ones don't attack. They'll just tattle on you like little bitches.
Wow.
Oh, I see. Snitch holders.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Okay, that work for everybody? Good. Let's go.
Alright, so Sigrun...
So are you sending Sigrun off alone?
With Sigrun and Hawken.
You can either go with Hawken or
Okay,
Temidar.
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I was just clarifying.
Yeah, no, you're with me.
Okay. So as Sigrun and Hawken head out first, as Temidar's kind of still investigating the shop and looking around, you guys walk out and you immediately see Silmalis is just kind of sitting there twiddling his thumbs.
Hey,
And
man.
He looks up and goes, "Oh! Young Windsor, how you doing?"
I'm doing well. Weren't you gonna go take care of something?
Yeah, the guard captain's kind of in a bad mood, so I'm just gonna sit here."
You do that, bud.
He nods and goes, "Thank you," as he waits. Alright, as you lot, start...
He's still out there when Temidar
Poor
leaves. Temidar
guy.
getting locked to go find the builders that built the shop originally.
As you
I
lot
like this guy.
head off
We should
towards
hire
the
him.
bank, it's pretty clear as you kind of head towards the center of town. You see the big castle at the center of the fortress itself, and then right outside of the center castle walls, you see the second largest building being a large blackened building. Obviously, being the blackened talon, as it has a huge talon of what looks to be a dragon or something like that, posted onto the top of the roof. With the big words written in a light spell that says Black Talon Banking Guild. Every once in a while, the G kind of disappears and it just says Black Talon Banking Guild. And, you hear snickers every once in a while as you're walking through the streets. But, it takes you about a good half an hour of walking down the main road. Merchants kind of shouting at you left and right, food being tossed out. You get a lot of free samples along the way of different foods from the area as different merchants are trying to get people to come in and hang out at their restaurants. Business is booming left and right, and you can even smell the sweet smell of the sea as the further off you can see, definitely there's a larger port for the city of Raphael. But, yeah, like I said, about half an hour goes by, and you lot finally make it to the castle entrance, and then as you skirt to the right, taking the secondary main road, that takes you to the back of the city, you guys takes you a little bit longer to finally get up to the large bank. You see a couple other small banks. Sigrun at this point carrying a big pile of different free samples.
Yeah, she took every sample given to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
As you lot come walking up, you finally come to the big bank, and they have about 15 sets of stairs going up, long stairs, large pillared building, similar to the National Bank. And as you start walking up, one of the patrons in what looks to be a skimpy leather bunny outfit with ears coming out and stockings come walking down, long blonde hair humanoid, and she looks at you lot and goes, May I be of service to you lot?
Yes, we are here to take a look into each of our accounts. I am Hawken Windsor, and this is Sigrun, who is consort to Zarius.
Your neck.
Oh, she looks up and goes, I can tell that, Sigrun. It's kind of hard to miss a woman with an axe like that.
Your axe is your papers now, Sigrun.
She
Enjoy.
also needs papers.
Oh, we'll have that up within the hour. She starts writing down into a little notebook that you see seems to glow, and it magically seems to suddenly, as the letters kind of float off the page and go flying through the air towards the bank doors. And you said your name is?
Hawken Windsor.
Ah, the House of Windsor, yes. You are the current heir, correct?
Yes.
She nods and goes, "Ah, not a problem." And she says, "Follow me." And she snaps her fingers, and suddenly she's suddenly donning a bunch of armor, and looks like an actual proper professional soldier. She looks at you lot and goes, "What are you doing in town, if I don't mind my asking?"
We were here with a person I just met, Temidar.
Oh, the owner of the Panther company.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. They just made their last payment recently of 20 million gold pieces to pay off for the fires. Can you imagine? Biggest insurance risk we've ever had. 100 million gold pieces cost. Oh, truly. But Panthers was doing so well. It's the only potion shop now in town. They've done an amazing job. Yeah, that's Sil Malice. I mean, I can't believe he's the owner and does so well now, like for himself. I mean, I can't believe Temidar would sign over all of the shop to it. I mean, he's such a nice guy on a date. He took me out to lunch.
I do like him.
He's
a really nice guy.
He is. He took me out to lunch. Took me to the fanciest restaurant in town. It's we get a lot of the fish coming in from the capital of the Goliath Nation, and they've got this big. It's called the barbecue fish, is what they call it, because they grill it and it like seasons itself from its insides. It's a really interesting process.
I heard someone threatened to eat him.
Oh well, kobolds are also considered a delicacy to some races. Mostly dragons. Most sentient races wouldn't eat them. That's kind of criminal, to be honest, if you are a traditional, recognized race. But, hey.
Yeah.
Each to their...
Well, I like the guy nonetheless.
Good to know. I mean, I have another date with him later tonight. I'll pass on your compliments.
Nice.
And she as you walk in, she takes you off to one of the corner offices, and walks you in. She sits down. She suddenly changes to a full business attire, fancy merchant gear, and goes, "All right." And she starts kind of writing down a bunch of stuff, and you see the little letters kind of flying off the page and flying throughout the bank, and goes, "What can I do for you?" As she kind of ushers two chairs to come forward for you two to sit.
Yes, besides getting papers for Sigrun, I'm here to just check on the accounts. I have no cash in my pocket as of recent, and I need to pick some up. And Sigrun is here at request to take a look at some of her items and stuff that she has received from Zarius.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to... It'll take around 15 minutes to maybe 30 to get the items accessed. It's a complicated magical system. But as far as the House of Windsor's funds, she goes, "How much are you looking to withdraw?" She starts, or she waits to write down.
How much do I have in there right now?
Well, she kind of writes something down. It goes flying off in a message, and she comes back and goes, let's see, Bjorn of House Windsor, the White Blade. Let's see, what is his account stating these days? Oh, wow. He's done quite well for himself. Oh. Your father has requested that you have to earn your funds, and your account's been emptied. Something about an ancestor making the request.
God!
And you hear the loudest... Only Hawken hears the loudest chuckling coming from the cannon.
Alright.
Should have asked the cat for the 2K.
She goes, it's... but the good news is the House of Windsor is holding now 3 of the electoral votes for the new kingship, and is currently in the lead. So, given that you may soon be a prince... I can loan you on credit, though your father probably will be displeased and may have you cut off further. So, but I can make the offer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm okay. I don't need any credit. Thank you for telling me. Is there a place I can send a letter to my wife?
Yes, if you want to go ahead and write it
You're
down.
married?
Yes, I'm married.
Surprising.
What the fuck?
No,
Wow,
so-
married man went on an adventure. Fucking hell.
The bank
No,
teller
before
kind of looks
three,
up
right.
and looks at Sigrun and goes, "Oh yes, it's very common for members of Nordic nobility to marry quite young. So it's not surprising he has a wife. It's also very common for heirs to be forced out of the house to go prove themselves. It's a Nordic culture." And she looks at Sigrun.
Oh.
I highly recommend studying up. It's very similar to Scrofe beliefs, actually, surprisingly. Very militaristic mentality, but also a sense of popularity contest when it comes to kingship. That's the only unfortunate thing.
I'm fighting so many battles against the gnolls, and here I am, still having to prove myself. But we're all right with that.
Your father, would you like the note he left for you?
I think that's for the best.
Would you like me to read it out loud, or would you just like it for private?
Yes, please. I don't care. Sigur knows.
She nods and smiles and goes, and pulls out a little letter out of out of her desk box or desk drawer and kind of brings it out and breaks the seal, pops up, and it goes and she goes, "Dear asshole son, you have awoken our grand ancestor, and now he won't leave me alone. Screw you. Enjoy being broke until you prove yourself and get him to leave me alone. I have never been annoyed, even when we were fighting gnolls. And I am literally the White Blade. Peace and love, and your mother misses you. Please write to her." And she folds up the letter again and goes, "And would you like me to send a response back, or would you like a moment to go write something down for your wife and your mother, assumedly?"
Yes, I'll go write some things for him.
She snaps her fingers and says, and suddenly a couple of humans come in. They're dressed in very simple clothing. She goes, "They will escort you to one of our private rooms where you'll be fully accommodated. Water, food will be brought to you while you're writing, and then once you're ready, just knock on the door and let them know you're ready to have the letter mailed."
All right, great, thank you. Sigrun, good luck.
What for?
Lady looks up at Sigrun and said, "Lady Sigrun, well, Mr. The heir of House Windsor goes off and writes his papers. He informed me that you were looking into your artifacts that you have available."
Yes, I heard from a friend who was looking to my account for me at a different town that I have artifacts. I wanted to know which ones exactly I had in this account.
Yes, so Lord Zarius has accounted for, let's see, you have 25 different artifacts, all in dormant stages. Most are collectibles, as he writes. There's a Dragon Slayer Greatsword that we have. Starts looking through a couple of other items. There are a couple of sentient items that we don't actually know the name of that he left behind. He said that they would come in handy to you, but he wouldn't tell us much else about them. You know how he is. He's a very busy man.
Yes.
Are you looking for anything particular? He also has it written down as she pulls out the full account information. The exact words are, "If she asks for anything, give it to her or I will kill you." So, if you're interested in anything...
Oh, how sweet of him.
You can make requests
Not
and we'll send members out to go find it for you.
Not at the moment. I'll probably have to get back to you on that. I just wanted to how did they say in comment? Take inventory?
She starts speaking in
Yes.
giant and says, "Oh, don't worry, I've been trained in many a tongues."
Oh, thank God. This common stuff is... yes, I wanted to just get the scope and scale of what items I had in my possession. And I wanted to take out a small amount just to have handy from the gold. I heard there was 20 million, if I am correct.
Oh, yes, that was your local account. That was not your actual account.
Oh.
You have full access to the full capital of the bank currently, according to Lord Zarius.
You can crash the economy!
Do not. Don't.
Please don't
No,
crash the
Sigrun
economy.
would not.
But
No.
he has made a special point that says any adventurers that are needed for items that you request, no matter the item that you request, will be sent, and will continue to be sent until the item is found. He has stated that if you are in need of anything, we are to give you full support. And he also says he apologizes for his cousin's Stupidity on getting himself captured.
Oh,
Don't know what
is
that
fine.
means.
I understand. I understand it. Don't worry.
And she calls.
Wait a minute.
Rude.
What seems like a good amount to take out?
Well, if I may
Is-
recommend, for local shopping, if you're not going for magic items, but more just personal equipment, around 5 to 10,000 gold pieces is typically what an average bag of holding adventurer uses. Theoretically, though, if you're looking for more options for magical item purchases around the cities or around the area, which I don't recommend, as many magic shops, if they bought them, that means the item isn't nearly as good as what you'll find out in the dungeons and wild in general. But on average, most people will take out for magic items around 100,000 gold pieces is a rough estimate.
Okay. Okay. What if I was going shopping for a lot of the health potions and such like that? What would you recommend as a balance?
Well, we can provide them to you. You do have 267 health potions available to you. We have a local contract with the company Panther. I assume you're familiar with it.
Yes, I heard. I heard. I think I was visiting there earlier, actually.
Yes, my boyfriend owns it. He's a sweet gentleman.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
Cat fellow.
No, the kobold, Silmalid.
Oh, oh yes, that's what. He is a much better character
Very
than
sweet.
the cat fellow. Yes,
you know, Taminar
he's
was such a
very
nice
good.
owner to sell the entirety of the business over to him. I really truly can't believe how nice he was.
Oh, this is making me very angry.
Yeah, that's weird. I thought I heard something that he was still his boss, but must have been misunderstanding or
No,
something.
we've got the contract here. It was negotiated. He just holds a 10% guarantee of all earnings for the entirety of the corporation.
Oh, I
Basically
see.
guaranteeing
Okay.
profit without ever having to do any of the hard work. According to Silmalus, he says that Timinar was a good alchemist, but he was just needed some of his own free time and didn't need to be held down by business, so it was easier to
That
just
is
generate
true.
profit.
Okay, then what are the health potion options? I want a bit of each type that you have, most likely. And my friends are very prone to the dying. It's not good.
Oh, well, we can give you one of each, if you'd like, specifically if you're wanting to test them out, in any factor. Otherwise, like I said, you have earned 267, so, you know, you name it, we provide it.
How about okay, just for clarification, what's the highest level healing potion again?
Supreme
It's not
slash
superior, is it?
It's,
Okay,
yeah,
so it is
is.
superior.
Mhm.
I take can I have one of the superiors, say like 10 of the, no, 5 of the greaters and then 10 of the regular, and I think that should do us for a good while.
Yeah, and she looks at, she starts digging through some paperwork and goes, I can have each of those to you. Where would you like them delivered?
Delivered, is there like a pickup option? I don't think we'll be
Sure.
in town for long, and I kind of have my ship in my pocket at the moment.
Ah! She nods and goes, oh, give me a second. Bad get belching like left and right. She goes, yeah, we can have those within the hour.
That sounds great. Yes, I'll be here in an hour. I can come pick up. Also, question. My friends were telling me I should be getting some papers. I sort of lost mine during the war, and I had an incident back at the city. So is there a way I can pick that up here, so I don't have to worry about the whole jail thing?
She raises a finger. One moment, let me and she kind of is digging through her desk and pulls out this little necklace.
Thank you.
And hands it to you, and it's just a little like piece of rope with a little black talon and a gold strange rune drawn into it. She says, "If anybody ever asks for your paperwork, just show them that."
Oh, wonderful. She takes it and puts it on with all her other accessories. That's wonderful. It's a beautiful necklace. Did you hand make this?
No, that is the executive necklace. That marks that you're an executive of the bank.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Thank you. Yes, I think that'll be all. So I shall see you in an hour then?
Yeah, it sounds good. I'll make sure that you know, if you don't find us, we'll find you.
So how many
Yes,
funds did you end up taking out, Sigrun?
I think I was gonna go with the 100k.
Okay, so go ahead and add 100,000 gold pieces to your inventory.
I will do. Will gladly do.
And she kind of starts to escort you out and goes and says, "If you'll wait one moment, Sigrun, here at the entrance, while I grab your friend." And she starts walking off, changing
course.
back into keeping her merchant
I'm
outfit.
reasonably angry today.
And as she walks over to Hawk and Hawk in the room, she knocks on the door and goes, "Lord Windsor, are you finished?"
Yep. Almost done. Just dotting my I's, crossing my T's real quick.
Well, I'll take those notes from those 2 letters for you, and I'll have them sent. Feel free to PM me the messages of what you want sent. If you have
yeah, I'll
anything
do it.
specific.
Yeah, I'll do
did
it.
you add the
at
potions,
the
or
end of the
should I add
sessions.
those?
Yes, add those
Royce?
potions. Go ahead.
All right.
She goes, "Okay, well, if you lot need anything, otherwise I'll see you in an hour. And if you see Simalis again, tell him I look forward to our night tonight."
Yes.
She nods and
okay.
she kind of
Sorry.
walks you out. No, you're good. She kind of walks you out, and immediately as soon as she exits the building, she's back into her armor. And she goes, "Have a lovely day," and heads back into the room. Or into the building. Okay, we're going to jump over to Temidar and Terra. So about 20 minutes pass after Hawken and Sigrun leave, as they kind of get the general direction.
Destruction and annoyance.
Yeah, looking through everything, you do realize the Dream Lily that he has been concocting, though, in the garden, is definitely higher quality than the stuff that you're used to.
Yeah, that's good.
But as you lot come walking out of... don't worry, Sigrun, you've got some time now. So yeah, Temidar and Terra, as you walk out the front door, you see as Silmalis is kind of like hiding behind a bush very badly, as he's clearly seen.
I walk over to him and I just crouch on. My friend,
I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about. He's not there.
Temidar's gonna ignore you for a moment because he's just gonna... You remember the builders that helped me build the place?
Yes.
Go get them to fix up the alchemy platform.
Whose body do you think is under the building?
I don't really care whose.
Well, it's the builders.
You go get some... Then you've been around here for a good amount of time. Find me some reputable builders and get them to fix it. Please.
What kind of builders?
Ones that would preferably not mention a dead body, but also probably would be able to rebuild the alchemy lab as it was.
What's wrong with the alchemy lab?
Yeah,
What's wrong with it?
it's burnt the fuck down.
Oh! And he snaps his fingers. I forgot to turn off that spell.
You're an ass.
He
A funny
smiles.
one, but an ass.
Did you like the...
I love this guy.
Let's see, he's like, "Did you like the boarded up window thing I did to make it look like I was shitting outside and the neighbors could see?"
You know what? Clever. Clever.
He smiles and goes, "I always
Can you
am,
do me another
boss."
favor? I came across something interesting. I need to get a hold of 2 types of potions.
Okay, what kind of potions?
Invulnerability and highest I can of healing.
The
Think you
healing...
can find those?
I can make the healing, invulnerability? Ooh, I can look, but I'm not going to guarantee it'll be it might be a few weeks.
I don't care how long it takes. You can send me I'm gonna set up and get... You know that sending zone network I said I wanted to get set up with the shop?
You want me to find builders to set that up?
No, I was gonna go do that today.
Oh, okay, well that saves me. While you're there, can you tell the builders also to upgrade the alchemy shop?
I can do that, yeah, because it does need some upgrade to keep up. Especially with your experimentation. I need to get them to blast-proof it.
He nods and goes, "Just mention my name and they should give us a discount." As he goes, "I'm gonna go figure out how to get a body out from underneath the guards building while..."
Temidar's gonna quietly whisper into him, "Use the assets. Always quick down."
You know, the last time I used acid, I kind of blew up the entirety of the market. But okay. As he goes walking back into the building.
I believe in
You
you.
know what? I'll accept that.
Dear God,
Okay,
they're
so
terrorists.
Temidar and Terra, where are you heading?
Heading up to the higher-end magic shop area.
Okay. So about 20 minutes
Because
go
there should
by.
be one gaudy bastard that's alive up there.
Yeah, about 20 minutes go by. It takes you a while to head up in that general direction. And as you come to the secondary market district, which is what is generally looked at upon as a noble market district, higher end items costing on average at least, at the cheapest, around 2,000 to 3,000 gold pieces. As you head there, you see a couple of small pop-up shops that have popped up that with barely anything very of value that's being sold, more as trinkets. But as you come across a simple shop, You see this very blackened building with strange lines kind of all throughout it of like this red coloring, almost to make it look like an edgy teenager's dream of a wet dream of
Do
a
I
magic shop.
recognize the design at all?
It looks like someone tried to poorly copy the Black Talon Guild building design, but made it more edgy.
I think I know who
We're doing
might
this
own
again,
that
DM?
one. It might be a ripoff of another shop.
As
Do you want to try that one, Mother? Looks at Tara for an answer.
What's up?
Points at the riff off the basic riff on the Black Talon shop. You want to try that one?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
One moment.
We did this on Monday. Now we enter the same shop on Sunday. Let's do this.
Temidar might. I said Temidar might know who runs this. Might.
As you lot head in, you see the long line off to the side of people waiting in line to, and it looks like it has a strange sign written in magical runes that for those who can cast, simply reads, test your magic. And the other entrance, which it looks to be the shop entrance as you walk in, you see a very old lady kind of sitting in a rocking chair behind the what is a front desk. As you look, there are magic items throughout the entire shop, just sold with different animals caged up. You see a small dragon in a very tiny, 5-foot cage. And you see a bit of an older-looking Duergar gentleman as well that looks somewhat related to the old woman who's sitting behind the front desk, kind of walking around dusting things and everything like that. And the woman looks up and goes,
Do I recognize them?
"Who the fuck brought a cat into the office again?"
Do I recognize the woman?
No, not at all. You've never seen the shop before in your life.
That's a new one.
Well, I decided to come see the newer magic shop since I haven't been in town in a while.
Who the fuck are...
Rude to call someone who might drop a lot of money in here.
She looks at you and goes,
cat.
Who the fuck? You're a cat? Since when?
My name is Temidar.
She looks over at Tara and goes, "What the fuck? Cats are fucking humans now? Jesus, humans will eat... They'll fuck anything these days."
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Tabaxi race. They have their own kingdom. Yeah, cat
No,
humanoids.
I'm familiar with tabaxis. I've just never seen one that looks human and has no fur and is bald. Well, except for the ears.
Temidar's not bald or
No,
anything.
she's looking at Tara.
Oh.
Because I'm not a...
You look like your original form.
Because I am.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
She recognizes you looking different. You don't look like a tabaxi to her.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying I'm not.
Yeah, she looks at you and goes, "What the fuck?" Okay, so I know the tabaxi. She goes, "I'm guessing you run some sort of shop around here, given your equipment." She looks at Tara and goes, "And who the fuck are you? Well, rather, what the fuck are you?"
Era, half Rakshasa. Nice to meet you.
Rockshot? Oh, lordy, not one of you lot again. Oh, y'all migrants coming through here. Can't find a fucking job to save your life. Won't work for food. Jesus.
I live here. I've lived here for a long time.
She looks, yeah, same with all the other Rakshasa that suddenly migrated over here in the last month or two.
Actually, she usually stays in my apartment.
Mother or girlfriend?
Mother.
Mother.
She nods and goes, "Fair."
Adoptive.
She looks at you-
Clarifying, because we
she
get a
looks-
lot of funny looks.
She looks up at you and goes, "Huh. Alright. My son will help you, because God knows I don't want to." And she goes back
Thank you,
to,
ma'am.
rocking. The older gentleman comes walking over and goes, "My name's Theodore. I apologize for my mother." And you see this, a little bit burlier dwarf, three parsed beard points with gold rings
It's
around
fine, my friend. It's fine.
it. Yeah,
We need.
yeah.
I'm looking for one. Do you have any dragonhide belts? And two, a prosthetic hand for my mother here. Reaches down and gently lifts up the busted hand.
Your clearly broken hand.
I mean...
She needs it replaced.
Oh, I thought you just asked for a cleric. That would have been easier.
No, it's cursed by a fire giant. Can't be healed.
Oh, fire giants exist now. Good. Just another thing to add to the world-ending bingo list we have going on. Mother,
Oh,
did you
yeah,
get that one? You see her crossing off a box in the background.
Yeah. Also on the list, a human pissed off the fire giant king.
Oh, well, that's not surprising. Humans piss off everyone. Look at
By
our
killing
people.
his son.
I can't argue with that.
By killing his son.
Again, doesn't sound like anything new. Did you ever hear what the humans did to my people? As he looks up at you?
If I remember
do things-
correctly, Black
No.
Hole?
Something like that.
To be fair, they do things to a lot of other races.
Yeah, they kind
No,
of piss everybody off.
A lot of
I
races
think
do
my
a
race-
lot of things to each other.
I think my race is one of the few they haven't actively tried to piss off. Just passively done it.
Oh, well, Tabaxis are a well-known type that don't really get to, go out and about. He goes, you're looking for a dragon belt, a dragon hide belt.
Yes.
I got a dragon belt.
What does that do?
It makes you think you're a dragon.
Huh.
Pretty self-explanatory.
You know what? That sounds like a funny item, but I don't need that.
I honestly thought you were going to go on the lines of bad dragon stuff, DM, I'll be honest.
Yeah, honestly, same. That's why
Nope.
I asked.
Yes, Dragonhide. I can make a request for it, but it's not exactly an easy item to come across these days.
No, it's not.
Yeah, how many
If it's
dragons
found-
get slain these days? 0.
Almost 0.
There is a
I got-
Warforged, though, that I
Oh.
hear is up in the north that's selling dragon parts.
Do you guys craft items if someone brings in materials for them?
Oh, yeah, I can I'm a master magic smith.
Yeah, hold on. As I reach into the bag and pull out the albino scrothe pelt.
She looks at it and goes, or he looks at it and goes, what do you want made out of it?
Well, from what I was told, it's magic resistant. I'd like some kind of armor. Lighter variant.
I mean, for, let's say, 10,000 gold pieces, lighter variant? Alright, yeah, I can do something like that.
That can be done, and as for the prosthetic hand,
Yeah, I don't need anything. If it works like a hand, it's good enough.
Do you want me to chop the hand off?
I mean,
mean-
you can do it. Yeah, if you can do it if you want. I was gonna have someone else do it.
you can have a cursed hand that way too.
You will have a cursed hand.
Oh, yeah, I want a cursed hand of a fire giant. That sounds like a brilliant idea.
I mean, if you don't.
It's just cursed to never heal again.
That's disgusting. He goes, yeah, I can. I have a cousin that should be able to lop it off for you. What do you want this magic hand to do?
Keep
I
it up for
mean-
10,000 gold pieces for it now, because otherwise I have to make another run to the bank.
As I say, I mean, if you have anything special you have in mind, I just want one that works like a hand. Not
Oh,
really.
oh, just a hand. Oh well, okay, boring.
I mean, if you want to add something special onto it, could you make it cast
Yeah, I don't know,
invisibility? Or something simple?
Cast what?
Inspector Gadget.
Invisibility?
Invisibility.
Mechanic-wise, invisibility won't help mechanic-wise, because I already have advantage on stealth.
He goes,
Or silence or something?
Pass that trace. Can you do that?
There you go.
I can see if I can find a guy. It's not a very commonly used spell amongst non-divine casters.
You can't do that. Get it a grappling hook or something. I don't know.
You want a Alright.
Inspector
Do
Gadget.
you want to be able to control it, or you just want it to look like a hand?
Just make it look like a hand.
Alright, so no control. 100 gold pieces.
What about with control, so that she can actually use it as a hand too?
And what is the prison?
5,000 gold pieces.
Done.
Okay.
He goes, I can have them to you within the day. The
Be
pelt
perfect.
might be harder to do, but I might be able to get that sent to you. He looks at Tara and goes, do you mind? And as he pulls out a pair of shears,
Go ahead.
and he kind of clips a piece of your hair off, and kind of puts it into a little a little paper envelope, and goes, with this, I should be able to send this to you pretty easily. And he goes, anything special for otherwise for the cloak or armor?
No, just get the armor made of it. It already has what I need in it.
Alright, he goes, yeah, within the day, we can either have that sent to you if you're not here by that point. That's done. I'll send both items over, and yeah. And he goes, gold up front, as he looks at Temidar.
Temidar easily reaches into this bag of holding, pulls out the 15,000.
I just more imagine you pouring the bag out until there's that money.
He pockets the gold, he grabs the gold and kind of pulls it off, and he goes, alright, mother, they've paid, they're good customers, and she suddenly gets up and goes, oh, it was lovely to have you, have a good day.
Oh, maybe I'll come back and see if you have some
It was
more
wonderful
items that might
meeting
be
you as I
interesting to
walked
grab.
They both nod as you lot kind of head out.
I
That
might
lady
sell them
really
the
was
hand.
The lady really was a repeat of Monday, the bigger guy.
I might sell them the hand.
You gonna sell them the hand? I mean,
I might.
do as, let's say do as
Let's
you
see
want.
what they'll offer for it. Temenor's gonna pat back in and be like, I do have a weird item if you might be interested. Pulls out the hand of truest sight.
he looks at it and goes, "No,
Alright,
No.
I don't market in prosthetics."
fair
That's
enough.
And he goes, "All
Puts
right,
it away and walks out.
okay,
Temenor's gonna head back towards the building section,
okay."
and he's gonna take a path to take him by the bank to go withdraw a little bit more money because he knows that this is gonna cost him up front again.
Okay, as you two start heading that way, Tara, are you following?
I mean, no reason not to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you two kind of head further into the city, heading down the main road once again, you eventually about halfway come across Sigrun and Hawken, kind of walking, and you can definitely tell Sigrun's bag of holding looks a little thicker than when you last saw them. I don't know if Maya's back, by the way, so I'm gonna assume.
I am.
Okay. Yeah, so as Hawken and Sigrun come walking up and see you guys, you're about 20 minutes from the bank that's behind them.
Good job.
Yeah,
gives him
we
a
just
wave.
came from the bank, got our stuff done. Sigrun's got cash, looked at what she has. I'm about to actually call the captain of the guard. You guys can still continue doing what you gotta do.
You might want to do it sooner to get him out of that tower. It may explode.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna call him right now.
Okay, have fun.
So look,
Be
I
safe.
have my
Don't end up in
papers,
jail.
and and Sigrun shows off the necklace. It was easy to get.
Temidor would probably recognize that and go, "Oh yeah, you're definitely taken care of. Good to know."
Yeah.
Basically, what, for reference to the rest of the party, well, mostly for Temidor, who's the only merchant really in the group, basically what she's carrying is the equivalent of a black card. For those who don't know what a black card is, in credit cards, there's a terminology for, like, the really high banks that is a black card, which is an unlimited card. There's no limit on how much you can spend on it because it's given out to the extremely wealthy.
Yep.
That's basically what she's carrying on her neck.
I am the
There was
most
an
dumb
interesting shop
person
over
here
in
with
the
most
magic
rich.
section area. Temidor pulls out the map and points at it. It looks a bit like the black. It looks a bit like the Black Talon Guild. You might want to go there. You might find something interesting.
Okay, I mean, I got the healing potions. That's mainly what I wanted, but I can take a look around if
Go
you
shop
so
around.
wish.
Enjoy your day, Sigrun.
Okay.
Oh,
Sending
can
Sigrun off alone.
No, I was gonna say, can you take him with you as I tap the champion in the back? Maybe get him a new sword or something? I'd rather him have something.
The champion
Take-
just kind of
take-
looks over at Sigrun.
Oh, yes, hello. Yeah, I could take him.
He looks back
Oh,
at Tara and
Sigrun,
nods.
I would make a request to you since, as you know, I'm kind of strapped for funds, even though
And got
you know,
cut off.
Yeah, I don't know. You were probably away from that, but I did get cut off because I need to.
No,
apparently
I heard
prove
that
myself.
part,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Your
yeah,
dad was like, you have to prove yourself, you fucker, you wicked the grandpa.
yeah,
I
yeah,
heard
yeah.
that.
So I'll
Wait.
pay you back when I get my funds back. But if you can see if you can find me some like mithril plate or maybe like a better crossbow, I'd appreciate it nonetheless.
Oh, you should have told. I just would have asked them at the bank for it. They say they have to get me things.
Remind me to give you a short list later, Sigrun.
Okay, but only a few items at a time, I think. I don't
Only
want
two.
to
Only
overwork
two that
the
I have on
workers.
hand. Only two that I want to have on hand.
But nonetheless, Sigrun, I appreciate it. I'll go make the call right now to the guard, and I'll get all our stuff handled.
Okay, sounds good. Champion, did you tell us your name? I was kind of, I don't really remember much of the fight, other than the Beholder was cool and then he died.
He shakes his head.
Should
Mother,
we
you
name
should
him?
Probably name him.
It's up to Tara to name the guy.
I mean, if he wants a new name, I'll give him one after the shopping's done.
Mm-hmm. Just call him Champion for now.
Hmm.
You got this, champ.
Champ. Hey, Champ, let's go.
I would just call him Knight, but okay.
He just kind of looks at it kind of looks back between each of you, just waiting for orders.
Yeah, go.
Do you
go
want
with
the
Sigrun.
cool
Stick with
Scrofane
Sigrun,
name?
make sure
I
she
could
doesn't
give
get
you a
lost.
cool Scrofane name.
He just starts he walks over and stands beside Sigrun.
He was Nord, right? Human.
Yeah, he was a human looking.
I'll get him a name. Don't worry about
Bob.
I'm not
even
naming
yourself
Bob.
names.
His name is Talos.
Tell.
All right.
No.
How tall is he again?
He is
Just out of
only 6 foot tall.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's not very tall for overall.
Okay, let's go, No Name.
He nods. and
No,
starts
wait, I
following
can't call you that. That's what I call the man in the axe. You are just name absent at the moment.
you. He just nods and
Right.
continues
Okay.
to follow you.
He's like, yeah,
His
yeah,
face
whatever.
is completely covered by the helmet. You can't see anything.
But Sigrun's a master at reading body language. Don't
Remember,
worry.
once she's done spending, get her back to Panthers and don't let her eat me out of house and home.
Why would I eat out your house and home? There's many different great
It-
restaurants with samples.
Yeah.
Sigrun, I know you're not the most common human proverb. It just means eating a lot for like a lot of money.
Oh, but that's not any fun then.
No, I know weird human slang, whatever.
They've been around
I
here.
had to get used to it. too.
Okay. So as the party splits up, we'll go with Sigrun first. As you start heading up north or heading back up the road, Sigrun, the champion kind of walking beside you. He kind of takes his helmet off, and his long blonde flowing hair and his bright blue eyes suddenly appear, and he kind of holds his helmet on the side and goes, "Finally, I didn't think I'd ever be able to fool them."
Hello, so do you actually not have a name? That's kind of tragic.
He looks at you and he goes, "No, my name's Naza."
Naza, it is wonderful to talk to you.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful to talk to you. My father's was a king in one of the northern countries at one point before I got lost that. Yes,
Oh,
but,
when you ended up with the beholder thing.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I was going down there to find money. That was originally the goal. He smiles and goes, "Didn't work out that well." But I'm a big fan of the Scrofay people. I've visited your homelands quite a bit. Studied, trained with them, which is why he kind of moves the great sword around, and you can see the giant runes on it. He goes, "I got this even made when I was there after I earned my title."
Ooh, what is your title? I want to hear.
He looks at you and goes, are you familiar with your own tongue, or are you not?"
Oh, she switches to giant. You mean the superior tongue? Yes, of course.
He suddenly looks at you, a little taken aback for a moment, and goes, "You do," and he starts speaking in giant. He does. "You do speak giant. Are you familiar with the old proverb, strength is strength, and explosive blue bolts are weak strength?"
Of course! I learned that when I was like 5. Oh, it's one of the great proverbs.
He looks at you and smiles, and he goes, yeah, I trained alongside the Anene, I believe it's how it's pronounced. I learned how to work in the forges with them for a while, and then I trained with a Jarl, but I don't remember what his name was. As he kind of scratches his head. It was so long ago. I know he's dead now, though, so I don't know if it really matters anymore.
Yes, we lost many in the war. Those damned heli. She
Yeah.
huffs.
Yeah, he
But
knows.
the Anene, that is great. I never got to work with them. After completing what I needed to in the main city, I worked with some sword sisters for a short period, but that was about it before the war. I was employed quite quickly.
He goes, "Oh, well, perfect. Well, if you don't mind me traveling with you a lot, I'm happy to. But don't tell the others I speak. I think it's kind of funny at this point. They haven't realized it yet."
Oh, don't worry. It is amusing. They're very dense, aren't they? She chuckles, pats his back. Don't worry. Lips sealed from me, my friend.
He smiles and goes, "Oh, and by the way, to be fair, while the rest of you lot were sleeping back on the ship, I received a letter." And he pops it open and goes, hands it to Sigrun, and it's written in giant. And
nice.
it simply reads, "I've paid this guy off to talk to you at all times. He won't speak to the others. Don't let anybody else know. He is your personal bodyguard, Lord Zarius."
Oh, how sweet of him. He does such nice things. But no, it's great you traded this Scruffy. It is you and Frida. It's just so refreshing to find people that can actually appreciate our culture. the rest of the people in my group, they just don't seem to understand or get it. It's just so weird.
He nods and goes, yeah, and you know, it's even funnier. I served alongside the Nords during one of their Knoll skirmishes. I actually know Hawken. He hasn't noticed me yet, though. As he kind of smiles at Sigrun.
Oh, so what
Motherfucker has
is
his
that?
face covered. How the hell would I know?
Tell me this drama about something about the grandfather he pissed off and now he has no money.
I tell you, House of Windsor, man, you know, they are very robust as you guys are walking towards the shop.
Yeah.
They are basically a rough lot overall. You know, the father, Whiteblade, he's really well known, but the founder of their house was like a man beyond Nords. Like, this was a man who was scary. He fought and pushed back most of the Knolls himself on the front lines when the Nazis came to conquer. So, you know, he was a badass, but God, he was mean.
So, you're telling me Hawken comes from, like, very strong, renowned warriors?
No, he comes from the third son that inherited. Bob was his name. Bob was the spellcaster of the family, and he was also one of the best wizards of the entirety of the Nord Nation.
So he is the blue bolt kind of strength.
Yes.
That explains a lot. I don't know if you heard about the first dungeon we went in. He almost died, like, at least 3 times.
I didn't.
It is crazy. So what's this thing he has to
shot
prove
on
himself
wherever I
then?
go.
Your
Can't
ancestor.
catch a fucking break.
She,
You made your choice. This is why I don't
Welcome
play
to
games.
the club.
he looks at Sigrun and goes, sorry, I didn't catch that. What was your question?
How is he meant to prove himself? Does he have a foe he need to fight?
he-
Is it like some family quest?
No, his father's already extremely proud of him because he's been chosen by a god, a very powerful god, and it's just more of just to piss him off to make him do better. And their
he is-
family works with tough love. That's just how it works. The fact that he hasn't caught on yet, it really shows how much of a Windsor he truly is. Very hard-headed, very good at headbutting is what the family's known for.
Advantage to headbutts.
Really
Mhm.
interesting.
Nothing like a
yeah, it's-
scrofe.
Gonna headbutt Hawken now.
No, I would not think so. You know, I don't think I've met anyone with his skull as thick as a Scrofey. I mean, my cousin, he learned the hard way. We were like, I think 6. He tells me to a headbutt contest, and let's say his depth perception was never quite right after that.
Yes, but I will say the dwarves are known for thicker heads than the Scrofe. It's just they're not nearly as tall. Hard to headbutt when, you know, you're hitting a crotch.
Oh, that is true. That would suck, though.
Truly, I mean, as you finally walk up to the shop, he goes, I think this is the shop they wanted us to stop by, as he opens the door for you and goes, after you, of
Yep.
course.
Oh, thank you. She'll waltz in, take a look around.
He nods. Or as you walk in, you see the very old Duragar lady kind of sitting on a rocker going back and forth and goes, holy shit, it's a Scrofe!
Hello! Is she
Haven't-
speaking in giant or in common?
No, she's speaking in common.
Okay, yeah, that's
She
what
goes,
Sigrun responded in.
Holy hell, I haven't seen what... Ooh, wait. What company have you been serving with? Where you been serving at?
Oh, I've just, I was hired under the wolves. She shows off
Ah,
around,
Rich,
and
got
if you
it.
heard of them.
She has, oh,
Yes.
please, let me show you to the back where our good items are.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well,
this
we
town is
know
so nice.
we know about how Scrofe are very well-known mercenaries and great on the battlefield. They always make tons of money, and you know we here at the shop value our customers who are
That
rich.
is so refreshing to hear. Yeah, you know, I just stopped by the bank and finished getting my papers, kind of gestures to the necklace, and all that stuff, and it's just
God,
it's
no.
so nice enjoying this, like,
Her eyes,
this city.
her eyes turn to money signs almost immediately.
I'm gonna have a heart attack with how much money this.
She goes,
that
"Oh,
room's about to drop.
you're a member of the Black Talon and an executive. You know what? We'll take you to the exclusive shop. What can I offer you? Would you like a beverage? The blood of my firstborn? What can I offer?"
Oh my god.
And you
That was an
you see
interesting
the
beverage
the
name.
older dwarven male in the background go, "What the fuck? Hey, not again!"
Ruh-roh.
I am just here browsing. I sort of want to see what wares you have. My friend here gestures to the champion.
He's got his helmet back on and he's absolutely silent.
Yeah, I was. He he's going to be browsing too. And then I have a friend who wanted to request the mithril plate, so I'm here to help him with that.
Oh,
He's a
for
little
you.
on the broke side, so I'm being generous, you know.
You know, in my experience, it's never good to be generous to your friends. It's better to let them suffer. And if they die, I mean, that's truly on their fault. They should have just gotten wealthier.
I
No,
don't
but
think
if
that
he
was a
dies,
character.
I'll
I think
just
that was
take the
just
plate
UDM.
off of him and resell it if needed, or give it to someone else, you know.
That's fair. We don't have any mithril. I have some elven chain. Would that be of interest?
I think he is,
No.
he is not the toughest. He's not an elf, though. He is Nord, so I don't know if that makes a
Nords.
difference.
Well, tell your friend I'm sorry for him.
Will do.
What kind of mithril are you looking for?
He just told me mithril plate. He's not
Plate?
too great at the specifics. Yes.
Okay. She looks at you and goes, I have mithril half plate. I can definitely part with. She looks about and goes, you know what? For a friend like that, I have actually a really good special thing for him.
Is it a
Oh,
brass nose?
is it something that'll help him die less often? That'll
Is
be
it a
very
brass
nice.
nose?
She goes, no. She goes, yes, you know what? I'll have a special item ordered up for him. I think that this will fit him perfectly. Is he the stealthy type? You know, sneaky, hides behind corners, not very good at fighting like a Scrofang?
Tries to hide. I don't know
Okay.
that he's good at it, but he definitely hides behind me a lot in battle. His range is his strong suit.
She nods,
Wow.
and she goes, you know what? I will have an order sent to you. Where are you staying?
Panther.
I just got into town, so I don't have an inn or anything yet, but if you make it the delivery thing, I could come pick it up in my own time.
You know what? How about this?
What?
You're an executive of the Black Talon Guild. I'll have it sent over to them to send to you. Would that work for you?
Oh, that'd be perfect. I already have a delivery with the bank I'll be picking up soon.
Perfect. How about, let's say 50,000 gold pieces?
50,000? Yeah, I could do that.
50, okay. She goes and says, I'll have the item done
hand that
within the
out.
day. And she takes the gold,
Good.
she's greedily
Well,
shoveling
first,
it.
would Sigrun know if that's like an overcharge price? I don't think she's messed with Mithril,
She's never.
has she?
This woman has never mentioned at all what the item is. She just said she'd find something
Just said
specifically
special
for him.
item.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. 50,000, let me remove that. Alright.
She goes, all right, and if it's not worth your value, please feel free to send it back with a note on what you have problems with, because of course we want to keep you very happy. We value all of
Oh,
our
of course.
customers. Would you like some food? We can have some food brought to you while you're looking about.
Oh, do you have more of those, I love this thing that the humans do in the city, where they put samples on little tiny sticks like that. They'll help you with eating them.
You know
I
what?
love samples like
she,
those.
She just smiles up at you. She goes, I have the biggest of samples. I'll be right back.
It's gonna come out of a fucking
Thank you.
broadsword.
Oh,
It's just gonna be an
Sigrun
entire
will take
big
both
steward on a
those.
broadsword or something like that.
Sigrun will take both of those.
She
The
knows.
broadsword and the food.
She goes, and while she's walking to the back, and you said you wanted something for your friend that's with you as well. You wanted an upgrade for him.
Yes!
All right, I'll make
Yes,
sure that
yes,
gets
a good
sent.
weapon for him.
I'll cover that under the initial payment, and I'll make sure that everything is sent to your quarters as you like. To the
Ew.
Black Talon, of course, the guild. And she smiles
You
and
are
says,
so helpful.
well, of course, we value you as a customer. She comes out with a whole hog completely cooked through. And she goes, now
Oh,
this is a
wow.
local delicacy of the Duragar lands. This is what we call a cave hog. They are no relation to the Scrofe. We want just to make clear. They are not from
Yes.
Incremia, so they are edible, and they have a sweeter meat taste.
Oh, this looks
the
wonderful. I would
broadsword?
love to have a taste.
She nods, and so we'll come back to you momentarily, Sigrun.
Nom
Alright.
nom nom.
Let's jump back over to Hawken. So Hawken, as you start heading off after leaving the party, heading in the general same direction as Sigrun and the champion, who seem to head off a side route almost immediately. Those two, you see as the champion, as kind of off in the distance, takes off his helmet, and you see the long flowing blonde hair. And as you're walking past or back or up to the entrance, heading up there, you see the very large barracks that have been set up at past the secondary wall, and you as you're walking through the second gate or the first gate, you see or second gate, you see Silmalis with a shovel and very dirty, carrying a large what looks to be duffel bag made of leather, and walking past you and goes, "Oh, good sir. Heir to House Windsor. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was just from the bank. Kind of heard what you did. I'm not gonna mention it to your boss in air quotes.
Yes.
Nice girl though. Congrats on that.
Yeah, she's a
Have a good night.
succubus.
Hey, good for you, man. Definitely have a good night with her.
Weird human talk.
He goes, I got you. Yeah. If you need anything, let me know. Where are you going by chance? As he looks back in the direction.
I'm going to the barracks, and I know you got things there that you need to take care of. Is it good for me to be there?
As a loud explosion behind him goes off towards the barracks, he goes, "Yeah, now it is." And he continues walking off.
Have a good time.
He nods. He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna go bury this body under the building."
Yeah. You do that.
Kind of find those secondary holes. You hear him whisper off, and
well, I'll rush in.
As you're running back, or running towards the barracks,
Explosion.
you see as a large, what looks to be a cellar area, just suddenly implodes again as something goes shooting out of it and screeching, and lands out this little gnome who lands on the ground, skidding on his ass in front of you, and looks up and goes, "Hi."
Hi.
He is just covered head to toe in soot. You can't even see his eyes really. They're two black eyes, very, like I said, covered in soot. You can't see his skin, and he is covered head to toe in armor, minus now his rear that has the armor melted. And he just kind of looks up at you and goes, "Did you need something?"
Are you the captain of the guard?
That depends. Are you related to Somalis?
Not that I know of.
Then yes, I'm the captain of the guard, as he stands up, brushing himself off.
Somalis, my boy, has the city under watch.
I tell you, did you know that acid is explosive? Because I sure didn't.
I didn't either.
As he pulls out a
Not
little
supposed to be.
cloth and wipes his face down. And you see this very pale skin, and he looks up at you, 3 feet tall, very tiny, no muscle, carrying 2 little daggers on his hips. And he goes, Yeah, can I assist you with something?
Yes. I was given this little thing to essentially call you to me, 'cause...
Didn't look like you needed it.
Yeah, it seems I found you.
Uh-huh.
Or you found me.
No, the
nonetheless.
explosive found you, but yeah, go ahead. As he just kind of looks up at you and blinks.
Coming into town today, we talked to the guards who were just asking us questions, and they wanted me to come and talk to you to talk about the events that happened in the Drownlands with the Dwarven attack.
Oh yes, the Drow have already fallen, from what our reports have said. Soon to be King Naza will be ruling here soon. And has plans on how to deal with that. Did you have some other information though?
Yes, the dwarves, with some kind of drop ship kind of thing, dropping some,
yes, the barbarian
demons.
bombers. Oh, wait,
yes,
what?
Demons, yes.
Like
giant...
fiends?
It's
Giant multi-legged goat thing?
yeah, so, think of that, but, multiply it by, 10, 20, and that's what we
10
saw.
to 20 fiends. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'll make a note of that, and let the guard know.
But as, one being, it was...
You're telling me 10
bad.
to 20 fiends combined into one being? Oh my god, that's terrifying.
You know what, yes, I think it threw their captain of the guard through castle walls.
You mean the Black Blade, Frida?
Yeah.
The legendary, the one
Frida.
that took down an entire army by herself.
Essentially an ant to this being.
Yeah, well, we're fucked.
The high elves were also with the army.
Oh, you know what? That just makes it better. As he kind of licks the pencil that he has in his hand and starts writing this down. Anything else I should, let the higher authorities do?
What'd you say, Cameron?
They broke through the barrier.
Oh, yeah, they broke through the barrier?
like, and that's how they, of course, they got all their stuff in. You know.
Oh yes, their dark vision barrier thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that. Went there once. Got enslaved for a week. Best week of my life. Not really. Chains plus hot, muscular women, man. I'm telling you, nothing better. Beats being blown up by acid. She kind of looks off in the distance, kind of contemplating that thought. And what was your name, good sir?
Hawken Windsor.
Like, of the House of Windsor?
Yes, that House of Windsor.
Oh, I'm sorry. As he writes it down. I've heard your house has been, been visited by a poltergeist that is, interesting.
What?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty well known. Apparently, your
Oh.
great ancestor has decided to reawaken and is bothering the Lord. They lost him a vote for the kingship because of it. Apparently, the ghost kept telling out loud to kill someone, and he reacted when no one else could hear it. It was, some people are thinking Bjorn's going completely insane.
Yeah, I might have summoned that thing. That guy.
You know, I was going to make a joke about how, if acid can explode, ghosts appearing randomly, pretty normal. But, now that okay. That sounds like political garbage that I am not to be involved in. Now I have one question for you, if you don't mind, as he's writing this down. Have you at any point been hit in the head recently?
Hold on, actually, let me think about that.
He looks at you with a little bit of alarm.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I was in the dungeons in the Drownlands, and I got possessed, and I shot myself multiple times in the head.
Who hasn't done that, truly, as he writes down in slightly insane. Take with grain of salt. Is there any other good report, or anything else you'd like to report, before I figure out how to stop exploding acid?
I do know that the Fire Giant's prince was killed. If that's of any importance.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, I'll add that to the list. Yeah, that's kind of important. There's fire giants. That itself is important. Someone killed their prince. That's even more important because I imagine they're going to be kind of pissed off now. But hey, And just out of general curiosity, if you don't mind my asking, for all these situations, how often were you a part of them?
All of them. I was there for every single one of them.
All right, he says, can you look down the main street at something real quick for me?
Can I ask why?
Just turn around and put your hands behind your back. I'm just gonna,
Well, hey.
Listen, this goes the easy way, or I throw you in the exploding acid. One of the two.
Alright, you can win this fight. Take him on.
You know what? Do whatever you want to
You're
do.
a master assassin.
I am not a master assassin. I had never done it before.
Unconfirmed kill. Everyone thinks you're master now.
Exactly, the first time I've ever actually had to do something like super stealthy, like kill someone in secret. Now I'm a master assassin. If only if it was that easy to convince my great ancestor that I was worthy enough.
As you're contemplating this, you hear as a guy, like a human's coming running up in the background, coming from the outer gate, going, "Message for the captain!" As he hands him a letter, runs back out, and the captain opens the letter and says, as you can kind of see it, Hawken, it reads, the heir to House Windsor has officially been declared an enemy of the fire giant state for killing and assassinating the prince and heir.
And there it is.
And he looks up and goes, You're the heir to House Windsor, correct? You said?
Nope.
I said I was part of House Windsor.
Yeah, do you happen to know where the heir is? He's a master assassin. I mean, he's above my pay grade, to be honest. If he managed to kill a prince, I mean, honestly, he's way above my pay grade. But do you happen to know his direction so I can, and what he might look like?
From what I last checked, he was in town.
Okay. And what, can you describe him for me? If we find him, there'll be a reward, of course.
I mean, he looks like, like every other, like, Nord, He's 6 foot, blue eyes, blonde hair.
I saw a man like that recently, as he writes that down. Okay. Anything else you can give? Any, like, descriptors, armor, clothing, scars, stuff like that?
He uses a crossbow just like mine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
it?
pretty much what I know. He's got, he wears similar clothes to me. I mean, we're part of the same house. We all have, like fancy garb and stuff. He wears, some of the similar clothes.
He nods and goes, I think I know where he is. All right, well, I appreciate your help. You have a good day and try and stay out of trouble. Avoid exploding acid as he turns and walks back to the barracks.
The guard said I'd get paid for some of this information.
I'm letting you go and not bringing you in for questioning. I feel like that's plenty of pay.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
He nods and goes, have a good day.
Can't catch a fucking break, ever.
Not 10 minutes after you walk away, you see his little wanted poster getting pasted everywhere, and it looks just like the champion. It is wanted over 1 million gold pieces, dead or alive.
I knew that's where that was going.
That's chump change to Sigrun. That's fine.
This means you can technically pay the fine off.
Good thing he'll have his helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back to you in a moment, Hawkins. Are you heading back to the Panther shop? Just out of
Yes, okay. I will. Yeah, I'll head back to the Panther shop.
Okay. Temidar and Terra. So as you guys continue on after you leave the party, heading towards the bank, eventually you come to the entrance to the bank and seeing the large 15 long pieces of staircase going all the way up. You see as a rather large, burly-looking human, definitely from the Isle of Man, with like a long gray beard, long flowing gray hair, comes walking down in what looks to be a professional butler's outfit. And he kind of walks down to you lot and goes, "Can I be of assistance to you?" Terra?
Here.
Hey!
Mother, you know him?
I think he looks at... last time I saw you, I was about, 40 years younger, and you were drunk, and so was I.
Wait a minute.
Wait, and he looks at Terra and goes, "This isn't mine, right?" As he points to Temidar.
I look at that, man.
Oh. Listen,
this guy
you knew...
hear my height, too.
Oh, yeah, he's roughly about your height.
It makes me feel better. I don't have any blood children, as far as I know.
Oh, thank God. He looks at you and goes, I was really worried. Down there, you definitely are full cat. We can contemplate to that. And he looks
Gross.
Sonny, trust me, one day you'll appreciate women and like a true man. It's okay if you haven't grown enough hair yet. Tabaxi, do you lot go through puberty?
Yes.
Good to know.
Temidar is getting very tired of this gentleman.
Yeah, it's more of, they get their fur grows thicker across their entire body, that kind of thing.
To hide all the okay, makes sense. Well, this is the first...
exactly.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, why do you think he can walk around naked without anyone caring?
Well, that's good to know. He looks at you and goes, what can I assist you with for today?
I'm here to check on my accounts, Temidar.
Temidar.
Owner
yes.
of Panthers?
Oh, okay. He kind of walks back and he goes, "Yes, follow me." And he starts looking at, keeps glimpsing back at Terra.
Did Temidar saying that elicit a weird reaction?
No, he just kind of looks at you overall and just kind of nods and goes, "Yeah, and walks up." He's not really paying much attention to you as he keeps staring at Terra.
All right.
Oh, he's got it down bad.
He starts heading up and says, "Follow me into my office." Normally you would see Lady Naza, but she is currently busy. She's on a date at this hour, so she's taken off for the day early.
My man.
As he walks into an office, she was such a lovely young lady. She's gotten a date with what's his name? He's a kobold named Somalis or something like that.
Yes.
The owner of that potion shop. As he kind of sits down and ushers some chairs over. Yes, yeah, he owns.
Owned a potion shop other than mine since he's been working at it.
No, he owns 8 potion shops now. Yeah, he's really wealthy. He's one of the wealthiest merchants in the town. He rakes in probably around 30 million gold pieces annual in profits. He's one of our best customers right now.
Good to know.
Yeah, Onsen goes, "Yeah, you said your name was what?"
Temidar.
Temidar. He goes through, looking through his paperwork and says, "Yes, I have the contract of sale of the Panther branding." And he puts that away.
I never signed that. I've been traveling it from a business and do some side work, but I never sold it.
He pulls out the paper and says, "Is this your signature?" It looks identical to your signature.
Does it... Question. Temidar would always put because he doesn't trust people.
Mhm.
He would have had it made sure it had basically was a magical contract too.
It is
Does
not.
have
They
any-
don't have magical contracts with the Black Talon Guild unless it's something majorly important. So like
It
loans.
looks like mine, but I swear to God, it isn't.
He looks at you and goes, well, that's something you'll want to take up with him. You are listed as 10% owner, so we have about 1 million gold pieces available to you at the bank.
All right, I'll talk
this
to him
is-
about it.
Tax-free, guaranteed profit according to the contract. Thank you, by the way, for your last payment of 20 million gold pieces to finally finish up the down payment on the entirety of that market district being rebuilt. Didn't know
Yeah.
acid exploded. Real interesting thing to learn.
That's one of his specialties, and honestly, a part of the reason why I originally hired him.
Ah, that makes sense. As he kind of nods and goes, "So what can I do for you lot, especially you, Tara?" As he kind of gives a wink and a smile.
I need to do 3 things. I need to put some of that towards funding blast-proofing the shop again.
Blast-proofing the shop. Okay, I can see about that. That'll probably
I'd
cost
rather
you...
not have him explode the entire market district now that I've had to pay for it.
Oh, you know he owns... Oh, okay, yep. 500,000?
I know if he owns it, then still, I'd rather not have him try and make me pay for it twice.
That's fair. So that'll be about 500,000 for the coating.
Definitely fine. And then... Could you make an addition onto it, to the basement?
I can build a basement. I can build a secret tunnel. Hell, I can build
It
a
already has a
magical
secret
space.
tunnel out of the city.
Do you have a... He looks at you and goes, do you happen to have right paperwork and code for that?
Temidar smiles, slowly pulls out the paperwork and slides it across. Yes, I had the coding done. It's probably a little out of date. It may need to be brought up to date, but I do believe that's the majority owner's job, not mine.
He smiles. He goes. The guy takes the paperwork and says, "You're right. It is his job. I'll make sure to mention that in in our next board meeting." And puts it away. Yeah, I can have that done. I'll take that out of the store's profits to get the paperwork re-updated. But you want an addition of a basement?
Yeah, something, and have it set up with a magical storage as well as a sending stone network.
Okay. That shouldn't be a problem. Some sort of mail service. Okay, taking that out of the revenue of the store. Okay, that shouldn't be an issue. As he writes it off.
And
Anything
then,
else?
how much gold would that leave me with?
Well, these are listed technically since you are not listed as the direct purchaser due to the fact that you no longer own the brand. Technically, it falls under the owner's due diligence.
Perfect.
You're just
I'll
pricing
take-
Somalis.
Oh yes, I am. If he's gonna pull this shit while I'm gone, oh, you better believe it.
He looks at you and goes, and is there anything else?
Aside from that, I do need. I'll withdraw about 15,000, and then I need to send a letter or two out.
Alright. I can have the 15,000 out to you before you leave the bank. We have private rooms for letters. You
Definitely, thank
he
you.
snaps his fingers. 2 humans come walking in. 2 young humans in
Temidar
very simple
follows him.
outfits.
Looks at his mom. Make sure you don't do anything crazy.
No promises.
The guy looks up
I'll
and
take
goes,
that.
"Listen, last time we only burned down 2 cities in the heat of passion."
Keep it to 1, and I'll be happy.
He smiles, looks over at Darren, and says, "What can I do for you?"
Can't really do much interesting right now, I'm afraid. As I lift up the broken hand, waiting for a replacement.
He nods and goes, "I have been there." As he lifts up his sleeve and his entire arm is gone. It's a full prosthetic.
Yeah, they're getting me a replacement tomorrow. Magic hand would be better than.
He nods and goes, "Well, if you're having it done by the Firebleeder clan, they're a good clan to work with. They have a medical specialist that specializes in clerical spells. Really good at healing shit and removing curses."
I could have gotten the curse removed, but magic hand should be more useful to my line of work.
He nods and says, "Well, if you need anything, you know where to find me." Then,
Yeah, you know anyone about magic items that get absorbed into the body after attuning?
yeah, it's pretty commonly items that are typically possessed by some sort of great spirit. In some cases, it's because of some, like Warforged are known to on occasion have the ability to absorb metals into their skin to make them tougher. Slimes can absorb certain materials to make them gain them abilities. I know some gods make their stuff stick into them basically to their worshippers, but Stuff like that. Why? You got something that you are trying to buy?
No, attuned to something in my body. Don't really know what it does.
I've heard a lot of pickup lines in my life. But
Not
that,
a pickup line this time. Actually, serious. I
Oh.
don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, I can have someone come down and cast legend lore on it.
I'd appreciate it.
He nods and says, do you want me to take that out of your son's accounts for the price?
I mean, how much would it be?
Oh, we've got a non-staff guy. We just got to get him in. It'll probably cost me around 10 gold pieces.
Ah, that's fine. Yeah.
He nods and goes, alright, well, you can wait outside with your son at the entrance as soon as he's done, and give me 20 minutes. I should have him here.
All right.
Alright. He nods and kind of gets up to immediately open the door to let you out, and then goes back to writing and working on paperwork. About 20 minutes passes at this point, Temidar, as you finish up your letter. One of the younger gentlemen comes walking and takes it, seals it with a seal of what looks like your face, and sends it off with their network. It auto sends to the location you're requesting, which you can PM me both the message and where it's going. And about 20 minutes pass by as you finish up your letter. What looks to be a very short humanoid in a very thick cloak that seems to have like little stars speckled all across it. It's a very blackened cloak. Walking with a gnarled staff comes walking in. More like kind of like very slowly stepping as he walks in. And he comes up to the older gentleman you'd met earlier and goes, I was told about something about a legend lore request. Who needs me? And he just kind of points over to you, Tara. And the guy kind of comes slowly as he uses his stick to pull him almost over. He has to like stop every time and then push the stick in front of him and then pull himself forward. And he walks over to you and goes, how can I be of assistance? Keeping his face closed over with the hood.
Yeah, I attuned to an item, and after attuning, it got absorbed into my body, and I don't know what the item does. I don't know where it came from.
That egg mother?
I will answer no questions about that.
Man,
Fucking take all my cool shit, and then you attune to it without asking. God damn it.
He kind of looks at you and goes, this might sting a little bit, but you won't lose any health. Don't worry, spells just feel weird when they're cast on you. And he casts Legend Lore, and he suddenly, he goes quiet as he's just continuing to stare at the floor, not being able to see his face at all as it's still cloaked. And he suddenly comes back and goes, well...
How fucked is she?
Young man, that is not language to use on a woman this old as he
This
looks
is
at...
my mother, and I'm gonna phrase it that way just simply because if it's something cursed, she's screwed.
Well, your mother is cursed. I assume you
Wouldn't be the
understand...
first time I was cursed.
You see the older gentleman from the back, in the back of his office with his door open, give a thumbs up in the background.
I'll throw him back.
But a guy looks at you and goes, do you know you're under a curse of immortality?
I'm 7,000.
So is that a yes?
That's a yes.
And he looks at you and goes, yeah, so... He looks it over. This item... So, it doesn't have any significant information, which I've never had happen, which means it's either so fucking old there's no information on it, or it's so new that there's no information on it.
Great.
As far as I don't know anything, like I can't. There's no lore. There's no stories to attach to this item.
Fucking mystery egg.
All I can tell you as far as it goes is he looks, kind of like stops and stares at himself for a minute, is that at some point this thing's going to, turn you into something, or make you stronger. I'm not sure which. Not common for it to... I do know that it doesn't normally, apparently, be absorbed. Did you eat it? Like, did you swallow it, or did it just, like, suck in... Oh, okay.
No. Attuned to it, melted into my skin.
Good luck! as he keeps his face continuously like casted with the hood over, and goes, I'm gonna be honest, you're not cursed, if that helps. It's not a cursed item.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, well, he looks up at, his hooded face kind of turns over towards Temedar's general direction, and goes, "You're not wrong, young man. You
Temenar's gonna look at the old man and be like, how much does it cost for that?
Well, that was 10 gold pieces, but since I can't really do anything, I'm not charging you for it."
Oh,
good.
can you
Keep the
check
10
something else
gold,
for me?
Ten's
Because
gonna
I'll
pull out
take the
the
10.
hand.
Well, he looks over at Terran and goes, "I can," and he looks over at Temedar and goes, "Yes, I can. It's 10 gold pieces per item."
Temedar will pay him upfront cash right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he can go first.
Gotta make sure this thing's not fucking cursed.
And he looks he looks at the hand for a second and goes, "Huh. Well, it's not a legendary item." He smiles. That's the good news about it. It's, definitely not something like of history or anything like that. It's basically just makes you immune to being seen by true sight, even to the god level. Wow, that's impressive. But the only thing is you have to be basically fully naked. It's a pretty not common item, but there's no there is a lore about some tabaxi shooting his eye out. Would you like to hear that story?
No, that just, as long as it's not cursed. I might be able to see about affixing it to my tail later.
It's not cursed.
Useful.
I can put it on your tail for you if you'd like.
Swing by Panthers later. I might have you help me out with that.
Oh yeah. He goes, "I know the place," and he smiles. Well, you can't see him smiling.
I feel the smirk.
Yeah, he goes, I know the place, and he goes, "Yeah, I can stop by. I've been needing to stock up on a few potions. Those acid explosion potions are really useful for demolition."
I know. I need to pick up some of those from him too. See, I used to own it.
Yes, that's unfortunate. And he kind of turns back to Terra and goes, "And you said you had something?"
Yes, you can charge the original 10. I have this old bracer. It was supposed to awaken at some point, never did. Don't know how it awakens. I was curious.
And he takes a minute and goes, "Well, wait, what the fuck? Why? One sec, let me pull up something." For some reason, suddenly I couldn't switch to the other character sheet. Because I was looking at Cameron's and I couldn't pop over to Terra's for some reason. It wasn't popping up. There we go. He looks and goes, bracers are the old one. Yes, I'm very familiar with these items. Or with this item. So, what do you want to know about it?
Making it.
I mean, it was originally crafted and given to me, and I don't know anything about it. I'd like to know how to awaken it. No matter how much I use or have had it over the years, it's never done anything else.
Oh, that's easy. Just bathe it in great worm blood.
Don't know where I'm gonna get great worm blood, but I'll keep that in mind.
He might have a. I might be. We'll see if we can find a. Unless this gentleman has one.
He looks at you and he kind of turns to your general direction and goes, You think if I had great worm blood, I'd be sitting here selling my services for 10 gold pieces apiece?
No, but you might have heard a rumor that you're not sure about.
Yeah, go kill. There's a great worm called Normac that likes to kind of let everyone know his general area. He's be an easy kill for that if you want great worm blood.
Oh, Normac? Oh, he's an old friend. Oh.
Maybe
Well,
he'll just give you a bit of blood then.
Oh, the thing only awakens. You have to kill the great worm. That's like
It has to be dead.
Yeah.
More painful.
Can it be from any dead great worm?
Yeah, it doesn't say necessarily that you had to kill it, personally.
Okay.
Okay, we can figure something out.
There's one that died in Dragon's Gate not overly long ago, maybe.
Oh, great, that'll be a fun fucking trip.
I mean, to be fair, we have to go to Dragon's Gate anyway.
Yeah, get stabbed on the way. Good news.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, if my services are
That's
no
the
longer
point.
needed, I
Yep,
will return
thanks
to
for
my
that.
humble boat. He puts a stick in front of him, pulls himself forward, puts him stick in front of him, pulls himself forward, continues that pattern
You
for
know
a
what?
while.
I may eventually get a... If I ever find an item to give someone more mobility, I will give it to that man.
Alright, so as he kind of takes off, heading off in his own area, where are you lot going next?
Back to Panthers.
Okay.
Yep.
Demeter's kind of pissed.
Alright, so we'll come back to you momentarily.
Not been a
Sigrun,
good fucking day.
as you
Hello.
are exiting the shop after eating your fill, and a very happy and great customer service experience, the champion continues to keep his helmet on. his hair now flowing out the back, and he starts kind of walking. Or you guys start walking, and immediately about 4 guards come walking up in the local like simple plate. And each one of them kind of walks forward. Again, none of them really able to see their faces. They just look to be skinny humans. And he goes, Lord or Lady Sigrun of the House of Scrofe.
Yes, hello?
He goes, I am here to place your compatriot here under arrest for the assassination of a fire giant prince.
Am I with Hawkins or am I just with the champion?
No, you're with the champion.
You're with the champion.
There seems to be misunderstanding. My friend here, name absent, he has not killed the fire giant.
Unfortunately, he matches the description. He pulls up this description, and it looks almost identical to Hawken, but with long blonde hair instead.
Oh, Hawken! He was going to see the guard. Actually, head of guard, he said. So he should be at your headquarters.
Really interesting. You know, the captain of the guard mentioned he had talked to someone similar to the description, but the gentleman said that your compatriot. We're gonna have to take your compatriot in for questioning either way, but we'll make sure.
I said no such thing, motherfucker.
I mean, you can, but this man was hired by Zarius of Clan Zarius to be my bodyguard. I don't see why you would have hired a prince killer, but
wait.
If you are okay with that, name absent.
He looks. The guard looks up and goes, "Did you say Lord Zarius?"
Yes, Zarius of Clan Zarius. They say I am consort of him. She, gestures to the necklace. I've been told he's been hired for my sake, so.
He looks up and goes, "How long has he been in your service, if you don't mind my asking?"
How long would it? Only a few days now. We recently acquired him, so he's a new hire.
You know, the fire giant prince was killed in the last few days. Do you know anything about it, by chance? Do you know if there anybody who might have wanted the fire prince killed?
All I know is I was going to the dungeon for a thing. A ghost killed a beholder, so I heard. Yeah, I don't really know. My memory is bad that day, from what I hear. If you're looking for the person in the description, though, I could find them for you. I could tell him you're looking. I know who he is.
You know
but
what?
it's not this guy.
We can escort you to make sure we find him. That way, you don't have to come find us. Make it easier on you.
Fuck.
Of course.
Do you mind if I call the rest of the battalion? We just want to make sure that if whoever this person is isn't going to be a
We are
problem.
about to sell you out because of your own stupidity.
I can't catch a break.
You
Listen!
cannot catch
No one told Sigrun, hey, keep your lips shut about who killed the fire prince.
No, it was never mentioned.
All right.
No?
Yeah, of course.
So even if Timodar's asked, he's not gonna lie.
If he's not at your guard headquarters, I know what shop he's supposed to be visiting, so we could just head there after.
You know what? Perfect. Well, our guard captain isn't visiting with anybody. He's dealing with some exploding liquids right now. He kind of suddenly blows on this whistle, and it's absolutely silent, and just suddenly guards are coming in. You see 30, 40, 50 coming through.
Does Sigrun still have the hog? Is she still just nodding on the
No,
hog?
she finished it inside the store. But over 50
funny.
extra guards come in full plate, armed to the teeth in common gear, ready to go. And he goes, we'll make sure to escort you, my lady, to the place, and then we can take care of this situation for you.
Make sure to tell them it's Panthers and tell them to buy a potion if they're gonna charge the place.
You know what? Everyone in this town is so nice and helpful. Can I just give you my compliments? As she's walking, and then she's gonna stop and look at the guard. Actually, where is the way to the guard tower? I'm new here. Maybe you should be leading.
He looks at you and goes, "Oh, yes, we can go back to the guard tower," as he starts walking. And as you hit the main road, you see Temidar and Terra down the street, about a good 5-minute walk further down. And then you see Hawken, who is now just turning the corner to head down one of the main roads to Panthers.
Hawken, I need your time.
Hawken, as you turn,
gentleman
you
has
see
a question for
an
you.
entire, a small army behind Sigrun.
Did Temidar hear this going on?
You can see the fucking small battalion coming up behind
Temidar's
Sigrun.
gonna look at Terra and be like,
With
is this
Sigrun
Karma?
there, and
The man goes, is that the Hawken man you mentioned? He has the cross. Man! And suddenly they start charging towards Hawken.
Temenor's looking at Tara and going, "This is karma, I believe."
Are you
guys
guys playing tag now? Oh, that's so fun.
You know
Good
what
luck,
this
Hawken.
is! Don't lie to yourself!
The lieutenant guard that you've been talking to goes, I'm just going to send my 50 compatriots to go make sure he's taking care of question. He gets his rights.
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah,
over.
Temenor's
of
walking up
course.
to Sigrun in that captain. Do you see?
Yeah,
recognize
Sigrun, it's a
the
regular
captain?
game here.
That's the last time I ever try to save any of you ever again.
Hey, listen, Sigrun's gonna have the money to bail you out,
no,
most
no,
likely.
no.
Hawken will come to you in a
No,
moment.
no.
I haven't done anything.
I'm not
We haven't done
buying
anything.
That is the
50K
last
worth
time
of
I even
stuff
ever
for you.
tried.
Alright,
Supposed
calm
to assist with
calm down. Alright, yes, we'll come to you in a moment, Hawken, don't worry.
Temenor's walking to Sigrun.
The
What's going
lieutenant
on?
looks over to Tara and Temenor as they're walking up and goes, are you associated with Lady Azarius here?
Yeah.
With Lady Sigrun, yes. I used to be owner of the potion shop Panthers, Temenor.
Ah,
I
gotcha.
was
He
an
goes,
athlete around here. Lieutenant, is that you?
he looks at you and goes, yes, and unfortunately it looks like we're going to be arresting your friend Hawken of House Windsor.
I mean,
Oh, it's
Temenor's
even
gonna
a
feign an
rest, I
oh no
see.
face, like, oh god, what could he have done?
Yeah, I'm going to need to also bring you, Temenor, and your friend, and he looks down to Tara and goes, sorry, I didn't catch
Mother.
your name.
Tara?
He goes, we're going to have to take you in for questioning if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just in case, just to get the story straight, find out what happened. You
That's
guys aren't
fine.
being charged, so you'll be welcome to leave. Food will be
Do
provided.
you lead me there as well, or
No,
just...
no, Lady Zarius, of course you're free to go. You're,
Yeah, just
Okay.
how long does the questioning
Could you
take? I have a
send
new
one of your
hand
men
coming in
to the
tomorrow.
shop Panthers and have him wait there for the owner for me?
yes,
The current owner, anyways.
we
Tell
can,
him I'll be coming home after this, and I'd like to sleep in my bed.
we can have you question within the hour and taken care of. Don't worry, I got you.
Thanks.
Alright, yeah, sure.
And he starts walking you two back towards the tower, which you can clearly tell the card tower
I'm
is
gonna
smoking.
shoot this. I'm gonna shoot the shit with the lieutenant because him and I know him.
Yep. All right. So as you lot walk
Remind
off,
me to take you for drinks, man. I actually got money now.
as you lot go walking towards the tower, and he kind of starts making small talk and telling you about what's been going on in the city. Hawken.
Good luck, Hawken.
As you turn and you
I
just
hate
see
all of you.
on the side of your eye a battalion of fully common geared guards in full plate come chasing after you. They're about 40 feet behind you, so you do have the speed to outrun them.
Go invisible. You got
Are
it.
you gonna are you just gonna try and outrun and hide? Is that the goal, or are you gonna actually try and counterattack or anything like that?
Yeah, sure. I could fight them. I'd rather
Start adding
not.
that to the bounty. Come
You see,
on, only 1
my
million.
goal here, unfortunately, is for me to not kill everyone and give myself a worse name.
Okay.
I'm not trying to become an infamous person.
Okay.
Come on,
So,
Adam,
Hawken?
you only have a bounty of 1 million.
Build
Build it up, man.
Give me a dex check with advantage, just to see your running, and I'll compare it to a guard. And then on top of that, I want you to give me a perception check afterwards.
Alright. Oh, I forgot to actually do that advantage. Oh,
Yes.
that doesn't look good.
Oh, you're good, man. Don't worry.
That is worse. 10. Fuck me.
And the
Oh, no.
guards get a 2.
Oh, thank the heavens. Alright, and you said a perception check?
Yes.
That'd be a 20.
Okay.
Unnatural.
Do you want to join me in private for a minute?
Sure.
No, not again.
Alright, so Hawken, as you begin running at top speed, you're in lighter gear, you're definitely better equipped, you've been training for a lot longer, and you are a noble who has a military background. Outrunning guards in full plate that are, most I've ever done is arrest a couple thieves is easy play for you. But as you start running, heading towards the market district, so the area you know immediately and know how to get around, so making it the quickest escape for you, you start running past, and you see two things. Firstly, you see Somalis who waves to you as you run past. He smiles.
I give him a
and just-
nod.
yeah.
I love him.
And secondly, you see as this person in full plate comes up, running, runs back the same direction you were going, or you were coming from, going behind you, and carrying a large crossbow, fully covered head to toe in armor that is definitely magical, as you can see the runes drawn on it, and Suddenly you hear a loud explosion as the entirety of a small city block just erupts in fire, engulfed in flames as you're running off, and you see as all the guards are just killed almost instantly. And this guy just runs right through them, going through the fire and runs off the same direction you came.
Windsor Firecrest is probably gonna have something put on him now.
Where are you gonna go after the run? Are you just gonna escape the town for the time being and wait outside until you can catch up with the party?
Yeah, because even if I go back to Panther,
Yes.
is it okay if I stop by Panthers real quick just to leave a note?
Yeah. So Malice is sitting out front, just kind of waiting for Temidar, who locked the shop.
Great, you're here. If you can, I'm in a hurry. Anything, any poisons that you could possibly provide for me would be great.
He looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I can get you some poisons. You want me to have that sent to you, or do you just want me to give that to, like, Sigrun to bring to you?"
Yeah, just have Sigrun bring it to me. I appreciate it. I love you. You're a great person. I gotta go.
He nods and says, "Do you want me to teleport you outside of the city so you can avoid the guard captains, or the guard entrance?"
Oh, bless you. I would love that. Thank you.
He nods and he grows up to grasp your hand, and as he clamps onto your hand, blue light kind of erupts and you teleport outside, find yourself outside the city in a small little hut that's been set up, and it reads, "Sil Malice's Love Hut." It's in the middle of the woods.
You rascal.
Yeah, as you walk in, it's fully equipped, it's clean, but as soon as you walk in, you notice it disappears from the outside.
Alright.
Okay, let's go back to campaign 1.
I've gone wealthy.
Okay. So as you lot are walking towards the guard, Temidar and Terra, and or towards the guards, you see as the main road that as Hawkins just at full sprint running off in the distance. Sigrun, as you're kind of turning the corner to head down that road, suddenly a massive explosion of a fireball that takes out an entire city block blows up, and you watch as the guards start to melt. And then for a second, you see a shadowy figure come running through the fire and disappear out of nowhere. And as the fire clears, all that you see in the distance is Sil Malice sitting outside the shop that Temidar locked. Because he left his key inside. He's just sitting there. He's just sitting there kind of... Like, he looks to be counting something in his hand or messing with something in his hand.
Can we, for pity's sake, say that I get handed off the key to Sigrun?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so you guys are eventually taken over to the guards' barracks. Sigrun, we're going to go to you, though, first. As you start walking with the champion, the fireball erupts, and you watch as the guards drop to the ground, and it slowly kind of cools off as you wait and take a side road as the champion kind of guides you around. Generally seem to know where he's going. He goes. You guys come up to the front of the shop, and you see Sil Malice kind of sitting there, and he goes, "Oh, Lady Sigrun, do you happen to have the key?" He looks up at you with slightly crying eyes.
Oh, my friend, are you okay? What is wrong?
Oh, I just, whenever I cast spells, it makes me emotional. That wasn't me, by the way. I am not a fireball wizard. I'm not a fire wizard. He looks. I know alchemy.
Apparently, it is exploding fluid. I couldn't tell if it was magic or if the head guard had diarrhea. Be honest.
No, I can make exploding acid. It's a special combination of kobold blood and acid that I haven't sold to Temidar yet. But
can you make a version that could be applied on weapons safely?
Like, say, as you hit something, it explodes off of it?
Yes, because explosion damage probably not affect me. Enemies, though, probably a lot.
He nods and says, "Yeah, I can do something like that. I have an order come in, by the way, some poisons that I was going to have you deliver, if that's okay."
Yes, sounds great. She whips out the key and she's gonna unlock it for him and stuff. I'll hold the door open for him.
I so appreciate. I'll get all that stuff set up for you momentarily. And he starts.
Do you need my assistance? I'm pretty free, so I could come help.
I mean, if you want to come back and lift a couple things here and there for me, I've got food. I can always use someone to hold some of the vials a little bit more steady. They get real heavy when you make them in larger quantities.
Of course. Name absent. Would you like to join us?
The guy kind of nods and just kind of goes to the door or walks in with you a lot and just sits on a stool in the corner watching. All right.
We're gonna help with the heavy lifting. Let's go.
Okay, we'll come back to you momentarily. Temidar and Terra, as you watch the explosion, the guard lieutenant looks over and goes, "Well, I didn't know he was a spellcaster."
Yeah, he's apparently favored by some form of a divine.
Oh, cleric or paladin. Well, I don't remember them being
Cleric,
able to...
apparently, because he shot himself enough times in the gut that I think a paladin would have stopped using a crossbow at that point.
He nods and goes, well, to be honest, I've never seen a cleric cast fireball, but maybe, I mean, who knows? That was a pretty big fucking fireball.
I mean, if I could,
Don't know. Haven't
if I
known
was
him long.
allowed to, I'd go chase him down for you. I'm willing to beat the shit out of him. It's just, now it seems a little more dangerous for me, too.
I mean, if he can cast like that, I definitely wouldn't want to bother him. He goes, I'm definitely going to have to up his bounty. 1 million is definitely not enough if he can take up 50
No,
guards.
I'd say bring it up to like 2.5,
Yeah, no,
roughly.
the guard captain's going to want it raised, but now he's going to be wanted alive so he can be beaten to death by the guards. Okay.
You know what? If we get the chance, we'll send him back in. Bound and gagged.
I'll keep that in mind, and he kind of walks you in. He walks you into the barracks. You see, like, half the building's kind of exploded, and the little gnome comes walking in full plate.
Do I recognize the captain, or is it a different captain?
No, it's
from when I
definitely a
was here?
different captain. He looks like he's not more than maybe 16. Like, he looks extremely young, and he's just covered in soot.
Hello,
Hey.
my young friend.
He walks in and goes, please tell me you're not under arrest.
No,
I have
we're here as
prestidigitation.
witnesses
Can I
to
clean
what-
him?
Yeah, you can if you want to cast it.
I'd like to clean the poor man.
As you clean, he comes out of this pale skin, the two black eyes. His armor now looks clean. He goes, "I really appreciate that. I've been blown up 3 times today."
Yeah, I got you.
Smallest?
Huh?
The kobold?
Yes, exploding
Exploding
acid. Yeah, he buried bodies under my fucking office. I wondered what that smell was. Then he
Why
tells
is
me,
it
"Oh, it's
never
all part of an experiment to fucking create something called a death staff. Like that's acceptable."
I mean, he should really handle that out in the ruins.
Tell me about it. And then he decided to try to raise some dead people up, and it didn't work, and one of them imploded because he filled it with acid to see what would happen.
Okay, he needs to learn that you put the acid in a vat and then drop the
Yeah,
dead
that,
body.
that sounds like a wizard. Yeah, no.
Yes.
But-
Anyways,
He's entirely insane.
you're here for questioning, correct?
Yep,
Yep.
because of the whole Hawken incident.
Was that the fireball I just saw explode? And like,
Yeah, he's a cleric to some divine being.
Yeah, didn't know he could do that.
it
But
blew up
No,
an
he-
entire block.
He has been entirely fucking useless, basically.
wow.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
Tim-
Like
Temidar
I
really
didn't
loves you.
kill a wyvern and a deep dragon.
Temidar didn't see this.
Yes, you did. You were there for this.
Temidar wasn't
Oh
there.
no, that's right. You
Temidar
weren't for
was-
that session. I forgot.
Oh
No.
no, he was out there. He didn't see you do
Yeah.
that.
But
So to Temidar, you've been basically useless, because every time
And to me,
something
you've been
happens-
just as useless. Fuck you.
the guard captain looks at you and goes, all right. So let me just confirm a few things. He's of the House of Windsor.
So
Far
he
as we
says
know.
yes.
Okay. He is the heir to the House of Windsor.
As
You
he
wouldn't
said
know
yes.
that.
You've said that in front of us.
No, I have not.
No, he hasn't. He's never
I
mentioned
think he
it.
said in front of
Said
Sigrid.
Well,
Sigrun, not
we don't
anybody
know-
else.
Okay, don't know about
Not
that.
not sure about air. I know he's part of. Never
Alright.
mentioned.
You said he's a cleric.
Yep.
All right. How long have you known him?
Few days.
What's it been like 3 days?
Okay.
Between
Anyway,
a week and a few days.
He writes it down and goes, and what are your connections to him?
Very,
We met
very
him-
thin.
No, yeah, we met him in dungeon
Drowlands.
before the whole invasion over
Of
at
the
the
Drow.
fucking that other kingdom.
Yeah, the
We met
drow,
him there, and then he came with us for a little bit, and then he,
multi-legged goat demon.
yeah, with that whole thing. But that's so not really. He was just partying with us for a little bit. Not deep connections at all.
So adventurer, got it. No ties. Okay. All right. He closes it and he goes, okay. Well, we've got his description now. Anyways, we now know he can cast high spells, which makes him definitely worth a lot more. Okay. If as far as it goes, that's all I really have for you. To be honest, I've got 4 more bodies I gotta go clear. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have time to question you much more. I'll take
Do you-
this, and if I need
do
more
you-
information, I'll find you.
All right.
All right.
There will be, hopefully, within the next few days, a Sending Stones network set up with Panthers that you can get a hold of us through that.
He
Very
nods. Okay. And he kind of opens the door and lets you lot leave again as you hear another explosion. And he goes, God damn it, Jimmy! I said don't go in yet!
I'm not
You know what?
questioning it. I'm
We
just
need to
walking
talk
out.
to him about creating an anti-fucking explosion version of that.
So it takes you a good another half hour of walking to get over to Panthers. Heading over, you lot see as you come in, the shop's open. It's still got the close sign flipped on, but you can definitely hear in the background as Somalis and Sigrun and the champion are all working on some alchemy.
I'll pop back. I'll close the door and relock it for right now.
Yeah.
Okay. As you go to close the door, Somalis kind of comes walking out, a little bit of smoke on his, or like a little bit of black coloring on his face from some smoke, and goes,
Temedar's gonna look at him with the most annoyed glare.
Hold on, I got it, as I kind of snap my fingers on my right hand
"Thank
to
you.
clean him.
I appreciate that. Sigrun is a lovely help, by the way." As he kind of ushers
She's
Sigrun
very
out.
Yes,
good
I've been
kind, isn't
assisting.
she?
Mm-hmm.
Temedar's walking over to Smellis. Much kinder than someone who's going to steal someone's company out from under them.
Good work, by the way.
He
Really entertainment.
looks up at Sigrun and goes, "You stole
Fucking
someone's
asshole."
company?"
No,
I
you did,
don't own the
Smellis.
company
Fucking
to my
asshole.
knowledge.
Looks over at Temidar and goes, I have no idea what you're talking about."
You forged my fucking signature. I'll give you props for it. Next time, increase the percentage. Update the contract, increase the percentage to 20, and I won't bitch.
He looks at you and goes,
Deal?
"I think you've been away a little while there, Temidar, and we're good friends. I think the 10% can stay for the time being."
I
Whispers.
just can't believe you didn't
I'll
give me
simply
That's
tell-
kind
I'm
of
gonna
fucked
whisper
up.
in his
I
ear.
don't think I've ever treated you
Hey.
wrong.
Yeah. What was that, Temidar?
Temedar's gonna lean in and whisper in his ear. We'll keep it for... But, in return, no charge for the potions.
He nods and holds his hand out.
At all.
He nods and holds his hand out still.
And this is forever, you dumbass.
Yes. It's just like like 5 to 10 gold pieces a month is gonna really hurt me in price. And it's
Fair
not
enough.
like you're getting any hardship. You're getting free gold without ever having to manage any of the business. Which, by the way, you left me here with literally 10 gold pieces to my name and an entire shop to run with the expectation we would do well in a city that's not been at war in years. Do you know how hard it is to sell potions?
I could have swore I left away
Well,
to the
here,
contract.
Temedar's gonna pull out the potions of randomness.
You want me to sell this?
No, I figured you might want to experiment with it, though, given what you can do. I hand him 2 of them.
He puts it on the shelf.
They apparently can do random shit.
You put it on the shelf, he's gonna
Yeah.
sell it.
I am not dealing with this right now. And he looks at the rest of you and goes, "Alright, I've got a special order. You lot, I've already requested an inn, one of the fanciest inn in town for you lot, which I got overruled. Do you know Lord Zarya sent ahead how the hell does he know where you lot are at all times? He sent ahead and request.
I
just point
simply
at
point
Sigrun.
Sigrun.
Fair.
That's his consort.
Probably my ring or something. I don't know. It's nice of him to keep tabs.
Maya, you were told the ring had a tracking thing.
Yeah, you were.
The question is, does Sigrun remember?
Some also
They're
got
like
Sigrun and goes, "You know what? That's fine. Anyways, Lord Zarius has ordered a room for you lot. You lot don't even have to worry about anything when you're visiting cities. Like, god damn. Well, I mean, if you go to Incrum, you'll probably have a harder time. Go to the Helly Lands. I wonder how that's going to go over."
Oh, hell no. I'd rather not be experimented on by those
You know,
fuckers.
maybe I should visit Elliot.
Really?
It's been a while.
Mother-
No.
Anyways, as for the building's going to be blast-proofed on your dime.
Naturally.
There's going to be a basement added in for storage for you.
On my dime?
Of course.
Okay.
As
Oh.
well as the hidden tunnel is going to be upgraded back to what it should be and kept at standard.
Yeah,
oh wait, you
about
didn't know about that.
Well, that's not true. I learned about it after about a year of you being gone. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't difficult to find. It's also a great place to sneak whoever you're dating out of the city.
Yes, it is.
I wouldn't
Also,
recommend
don't-
using it right now if you're as a just piece of advice.
What did you do to my
gonna be-
tunnel?
Their builder's going to be coming in. What the fuck did you do to it?
No, wait. The builders. When are they coming in?
I don't know. That's up to the bank.
As soon as possible.
I'm gonna just
Probably as soon as
go
possible to get
take
up to
care of a
code.
quick message spell.
Let me tell you one other thing. This is a message from the guard captain.
Yes.
Please start doing your experiments with dead bodies out in the ruins. You're putting people's lives at risk.
I didn't blow up any bodies.
No, he's referring to the fact that the guard tower is still exploding from your acid.
That wasn't me. I just grabbed. He looks back at the body sitting in the corner of the kitchen that's like definitely leaking out black liquid and goes, you know what? Yeah, I'll get on that. Did I
Let's
misplace
go clean
acid
this shit up and
potions
get to
again?
work.
As he goes looking around.
Teminar's gonna assist him in helping with alchemy and whatever for the night.
He just
Until
points you to
Jeff-
go deal with it to go help out with Sigrun, and then he sends a message out. Don't worry, I was gonna say you're good, Cook. He immediately starts casting message, and in the back, and then goes about doing what he's doing. Give me a moment.
Later, Teminar's gonna look at him and be like, "Well, I also would like to know, do you have any of my old notebooks still around? When I was experimenting with dumb potions."
You mean that raggedy piece of crap I sold? And see what...
God damn it. There was one thing in there that was actually good.
I mean,
Don't tell me you sold my knife collection.
It
no.
was bottled. The potion was basically a bottled prestidigitation.
He's talking about a recipe book. It isn't worth it. You know what? Why don't you teach Sigrun more about learning how to work with potions? Sigrun's obviously interested in potion work, and you don't teach her, but yet you
I'd have
force
no
me to
problem.
learn it?
You were going to be standing here for as long as I needed you to do it. Sigrun hasn't
See,
asked me
that
if
is
you were to
why no one wanted to work for you, because you leave us here.
Yeah, but you made the most of it, and you know what?
Because
Darn
you abandoned me.
I
I'm
would've
still
said
thinking if
gold.
you want to travel with us, you could.
I mean,
Nah, he's got a
I
good
offered
life
multiple
here now.
times over the years. To come
You're
with.
unhappy here. I mean,
I've got
Oh.
money now. Got a girlfriend that I'm planning to.
Yeah.
Well,
He is
oh,
one of
I
the
heard
richest-
at the bank. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, apparently he's one of the richest merchants in
So
town.
when do I get to meet my son's new girlfriend?
So he goes,
You've
I'm
been
not your
adopted.
son.
You've been
Ah,
adopted.
everyone's
Don't
son
try
is
and
next
argue
to
it.
me.
She's 7,000 years old, man. You're not gonna get anywhere.
I didn't want to get anywhere with the old lady. That just sounds wrong.
The blunter
No, I
and
mean,
more
you're not
strong
gonna be
if
able to
Tiger
argue
refused
against
being my
being
son.
adopted.
I refuse. I don't accept this.
Don't worry, I'll write up the paperwork.
No.
Trust me, you're about to be adopted whether you like it or not.
He looks at you lot and goes, all right, whatever. And he goes, I'm going up to my apartment to sleep. You lot have a good time. I have some things I have to take care of for some paperwork, because someone has to do the accounting around here. Leave a shop in my flippin' name with no information, nothing else other than, oh, here's a book of raggedy recipes with chicken scratch that no one can read as he walks up the stairs.
I could fucking read it.
No one else could as he slams the door.
Point to an alchemist's notebook. Why the fuck I left it with you, I'll never know now.
Where's the room we're going to?
Bastard.
There's a little side room, or there's an inn he never told you about.
Yeah,
Teminar's gonna go up to the apartment.
Where's
Which
the
inn are
inn?
we going to, jackass?
Yeah, you know what? There'll be someone was being sent here to escort you there in an hour. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Alright, and that's where we're going to end today's session. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have
Teminar's given
enjoyed.
potion
And
that
we
he
will
ordered
see
from
you
him.
lot next time.